Yeah. Ghost, we make him fly like a ghost. If he want talk on the game, the heater gon' turn into toast. If he pull out and we spliffed him, he was just doing a distance. Promise we ain't gon' miss him. His soul gon' fly when we lift him. Bye, good riddance. Why is this hard, her feelings? To the top on a mission. I got a shot, take it with precision. You ain't up if you ain't down to get it. Fuck it, Bob, if you ain't vibing with us. No, no, no. Bye, bye, bye. Clock him out. He ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. You ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. Headshot, knock him out. Ah, get him. Bye, good riddance. Sorry I had to do this. Sorry I'm being a nuisance. I just gotta get it. Hi, I'm Mary Jeans on my Louis V for the belt. 2 G's for the belt. Know the heater gon' make him out. Promise the heater gon' make him out. OD niggas know me. I just move along with the hand I throw.
Hi everybody. Let me say hi real quick. I don't know why this person keeps making these accounts. We already know who that is. No life, right? Disrespectful to people who are not disrespectful to them. Hey Bliss Chris, how are you, Mama? Hey Johnny Mac. Hi Brandy, how are you? Hey Celia Ward, my New York sister. Hi Rabbit of Chaos, how are you? My Steven, how are you, Mama? Jean Joris, hi sweetie, how are you? JJ, how are you, Mama? Hi Lisa Ann, how are you? Exactly. Stop already. Just cut it out. Hey Gargamel, how are you, sweetie? Hey Jen and Barrett, how are you? So hi guys. Oh my goodness. I hi. I wasn't gonna I was okay. I wasn't gonna go live because I made plans. Um, but I didn't want to cancel the live, so I thought I'd come do a quick live, catch up with you guys, see how you guys are doing, and then I'll go out. Hey, Pixie Dust, how are you? I hate that I have to put my glasses on or I have to come really close. So when you guys see me looking down at my phone, it's because I'm looking at the chat. It's not because I'm texting people or anything like that. Hey, potato, my potato. How you doing, sweetie? So yeah, I just wanted to come and do a quick live and exactly, exactly. Just stop it. Like I don't get it. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on because I can't see. My taters, I can't stay. I'm still so sick. Oh my God, potato. I hope you feel better, Mama. I genuinely hope you feel better, sweetie. It's the worst. My sons are sick, so I know. Hi Barbie, how are you? My sons are sick, so it's been going around. They got sick from work, and that happens. Hey Drazo, hola, how are you? So what happens? You get sick at work, and then you bring it home, and they're like sick, 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 sick. Da, 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 da. So we're dealing with that. Hey Johnny Mac, you left for a second. You're back now. Um, so like I said, I didn't want to cancel my live because I did make some plans. It's a beautiful day here in New Jersey, and so I'm gonna go out. But I wanted to come and say hi to you guys and see how you guys are doing. I haven't been live as much because I've been really tired. I get home from work and I'm exhausted. Um, and I used to do lives like later in the evening, but I'm tired. By the time I get home from work, I want to decompress. I want to eat something and relax and then go to bed. And I'm a morning person. I'm a morning person. Oh my gosh. Bad C19 and lupus flare up. So, oh my God, potato. I am wishing you healing vibes, sweetie. Lupus, oh my goodness. I am so sorry. And then Covina on top of that. I'm so sorry, and please feel better, especially when you have kids and stuff, right? Because you can't stop. You can't take a moment to just sit back and feel better. Everything you still got to do everything. So, that's terrible. What? Sitting in my chair while my red dye is processing might have to go when she rinses. I'll stay. Okay, I get it. I know I was gonna redo my hair, but I said I'm gonna leave it alone. My bliss, driving my nephew home, but listening, be home soon. Thank you. I just did a side, to the side or whatever, because I just washed my hair. And I love the way it feels, when you just wash your hair, not necessarily the way it looks, but the way it feels. So I was like, let me, whatever. Because yeah, I know I have a big ass forehead and I don't want to cut bangs short again. So I just decided to do the side part, Yes, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, we used to go live. Yep, we used to go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yep, 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 yep. And sometimes on the weekend, exactly. Hi, BB from VA. How are you, my beautiful girl? Hi, my Vera. But things have, yes, Memorial Day. Yes, tomorrow is Memorial Day. My boss was telling me Labor Day. I was like, no, no, ma'am. She's like, yeah. I'm like, no. I know Labor Day because it's always don't wear white after Labor Day. So I know that's September because that's right. Labor Day weekend is the last, weekend before the pools close. I won't tell me. She was arguing with me. So, yeah. So anyway, um, I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are all having a great Saturday, right? Um, so yeah, I just wanted to come in and check in with you guys and see how everyone's doing. I know that there's always so much. Oh, it's a fishing day for you tomorrow? That's cool. Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Monday's a holiday. So a lot of people are off. Hey, Ghostface, how are you? Hold on a second, guys. Sorry, guys. Yes, please. Oh, wait, you're off Sunday. Hi, Ghostface. Did I say hi to my Ghostface? I'm sorry. I'm off Sunday, but work Monday. Oh my God. Okay, but you get paid for the holidays? I hope so. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Just 1 second. JJ, could you look in I sent you a message. Hey, Euphoria. How are you, sweetie? Thank you. Thank you. You too. I hope you have a great holiday. Thank you, Vera. Thank you. Thank you for that. You already know, right? Thank you. Um, yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit. Um, okay, thank you, Bliss. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey Kendra, how are you? Hey Susie Q, how you doing? Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about everything that's been going on. Not I want to talk about it from a perspective of a subscriber, right? Because I have a little channel here, but I'm a subscriber. And recently I've decided to stay, not recently, for a while I've been saying I don't want to fight with people, right? I don't want to fight with people. Hi, Selena. Everybody loves Salinas. How are you, Mama? Um, and there's always gonna be fighting. There's always gonna be um, friendships or things like that break up on YouTube. For lack of a better word, I don't mean break up. You say break up. People always think intimate relationships. Hi, my Audi. How are you, my Audi, my girl? Oh shit, it jumped on me. Sorry. Um, there's always gonna be friendships or relationships that people go their separate ways. And I've decided to let people work it out between themselves how they see fit. If they want to go live and say their opinions on each other, then that is their right. But I'm not going to add to it at all because I don't know the ins and outs, and things change so quick on YouTube. Things change so quickly. Somebody may be fighting with somebody and then they make amends and now you're the asshole, just like in real life. If you have two friends, let's say you have a group of friends, two of your friends get mad at each other, they start fighting or arguing or whatever, you pick a side and you come at one of them, then they make amends and now you're the asshole, right? Because one of your friends is side eyeing you. In my opinion, it's best to stay out of it. Hey, Miss Mickey, my girl. Yes, yes, Euphoria. Yes, yes. Um, it's best to stay out of it, in my opinion, and it doesn't mean that I'm doing it because I'm afraid, because that's a common misconception. I'm doing it because we're adults and I've learned that it doesn't help. It doesn't help the situation. And again, I understand people's frustrations, their anger, emotions, right? Everyone has emotions. Some people show more emotion than others, but everyone has emotions. Even, people always say, oh, women are emotional. Everyone has emotions. Anger is an emotion, frustration is an emotion, anxiety comes from emotions. So it's kind of annoying when people say, some people are too emotional. We're all emotional people. We all have emotions. We're based on emotions. I'm so unbelievably tired of fighting. I refuse to do it anymore. I hold no grudges and I'm going to enjoy life and stay in my lane. Exactly. And that's what I'm doing. Staying in my lane, minding my neck. Um, and it's hard. It's hard because I've learned so much. And every time I say it, I always feel like I have to put disclaimers because people feel like, who's selfie to act like a moral authority. I'm not a moral authority at all. I just talk from my experience. I try to say things from my experience, the mistakes that I've made on YouTube when I did pick sides or I did bulldog or defend people fiercely. There's certain things that you defend in general, right? Like coming for people's kids is a general boundary of mine. No one's children should be spoken about, minors or adults. No one's deceased family should be spoken about. No one's family, if they're not on YouTube, online, should be spoken about. That is just how I feel. That is how I feel. Um, but it's difficult. It's difficult to know how to navigate. I don't even want to come on YouTube anymore. I stay away more and more and more because I never know what to say. And you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you don't come online and you stay off, people are like, oh, they don't care about their subscribers. Of course I do. But do I want to come and add to it and fight with people? And no, I don't. I'm emotional. I learned to chill before hitting live. And that's the thing. I used to be really, really proud of myself that I wasn't a reactionary person. I wasn't. And then I became engulfed with YouTube and started becoming reactionaries. I shouldn't have been watching things. I shouldn't have been seeing things. And then I would come and that's when I talked the most crap. And then I had to learn, sit back and relax. And I'm telling you, my people that love me were like, does it matter? Why does it matter so much? Why does it matter so much what people online think of you? Is it going to change who you are? And for a long time, it bothered me. Like, why do people dislike me so much? Why do people say these heinous things about me? And there's no rhyme or reason sometimes. There's no why. Sometimes there's just, you're not going to find the answer to that. And it used to drive me crazy trying to find out why. Like, what was the basis, the underlying basis of this? And some people just don't like you. Some people, it's fun, to come and have people angry and act out. And as sad as that is, that's the truth. So I stay out of all the shit, don't want to hear it, don't know about it, don't care about it. Amen. Amen. For the time I've got to know you, you are mindful and kind. Thank you, Jen and Barrett. You're very kind and very sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've tried to do things different. I've tried to do things, and I used to always, people used to get mad at me because because I still do. Because I've always tried to see things from all sides, from all perspectives. That's just how I am. And I used to get a lot of crap for that, you know, for being a fence rider. And it wasn't that I was a fence rider, it's just that I can understand everybody's perspective and I can respect everybody's perspective. I can, doesn't mean that I agree with them, but they have the right to their opinion, whether I agree or not. And that's how I've always seen things. And on YouTube, I was condemned a lot for that. I was condemned a lot for that. It was a lot of groupthink. Um, and after a while, I was like, this is not me. This is not how I like to do things. I like to be a free thinker. I support who I support, whether people like it or not, but I'm not gonna go with everything that they say because they say it. And so if I go into a chat and somebody that I'm watching says something I don't agree with, I back the hell out of the chat. I back the hell out of the chat. I don't have to confront them every time they say. That would be exhausting. That would be a full-time job if I confronted everybody on YouTube that said something I disagree with. What? Who gave me that job, that role? No one. You know what I mean? And some people expect that. Oh, well, didn't you see what they said? Didn't you see when they? No, how would I? How would I? Can't be everywhere all the time. You know. Cindy also never made fun of William's drinking. That's such a lie. Most of what he said was a. Who said that? I never made fun of William's drinking. Never, never. The only time I ever spoke about William's drinking is when William brought it up in my chat. When William was bringing up his stuff and I was talking to him respectfully in my chat. Okay? My lives are still on my channel. I would love for anybody to show me where I've ever made fun of anybody's addiction, ever mocked anybody's addiction. Never, never. And running with that now, I don't understand. Don't lie on me. Don't. There's enough stupidity that I've said online to come at me for. Don't lie on me. Okay? Because anybody who knows me knows I would never mock somebody's addiction. I don't think it's funny. And I don't understand what's William's issue with me because I've never said a bad word about William. I blocked him here because he comes and he's disrespectful. That's it. Okay, I've never said anything about that man. He needs to cut it out. Don't lie on me, William, because you came in here under those sock accounts being hella disrespectful. Don't lie on me, dude. I have no idea what's going on since I've been gone, but I don't pick sides. I pick who I like. I won't be in streams bashing those I like when I come back, but I'll support ones I like, and that's how it should be. You've helped me a lot. Adults shouldn't have to pick a side. That's how things get out of hand. And I agree, that is how things get out of hand. We're adults. We're adults. This having to pick, I don't understand that. I'll never conform to that. I won't. Because if somebody gives me an ultimatum, they've made the choice for me. That's how I feel. If you tell me you have to pick a side, you've picked a side for me because I'm a grown ass adult. You're not going to tell me that I have to involve myself in something that I'm not involved in. And because for the moment, I know it's not a good feeling if you feel alone, if you feel like people aren't sticking up for you, if you feel like people aren't seeing your point of view. But in the long run, you'll regret it. You'll regret it. Take a moment. And when I say take a moment, myself is included in that. Take a moment, think, chill. You may feel differently. When you're in the heat of the moment, when emotions are at their peak, is not the time to address things all the time. It isn't. Because you may feel differently when you cool down. You may be able to be more objective when you cool down. So everybody gets each other riled up in the moment, and then they say things that they regret, because I've done that. I've been amped up in the moment, and later on I regretted it because I didn't have all sides. I wasn't able to hear it all and see it all, and I jumped to conclusions, and then I had to come and apologize. So I'm not doing that anymore. I don't know. I'm not privy to people's relationships or what they've said in DMs, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And so that's what I'm saying. We don't know the ins and outs of stuff, and we sometimes just need to sit back and allow people to do what they do. It's an unfortunate fact that the number one thing people try to do is destroy someone's character with lies. Exactly. Just, if you, like I said, if you come at me with the truth, okay, what can I do? Swallow my pride and apologize. Don't lie on me, though. There's no reason to lie on me. I'll be a fence rider all day because, and that's fine, Potato. I think that more people should be that way. Really isn't often black and white, so it would make sense to try and consider. We always should. We always should. Things aren't black and white. There's a lot of gray, because we don't see everything. We don't have the ability to see everything. We don't. And even if we think that we've seen the majority of it, there's still a lot we don't know. We don't know people's agendas. We don't know people's motives. And I've learned a lot of times that when I thought there was a reason for something, I knew nothing. I knew nothing. And I ended up with egg on my face. So I'm sitting back and just relaxing. I'm staying in my lane. I'm staying in my lane. And that doesn't mean that I don't support people. That doesn't mean that I don't have friendships with people. That it means simply that I'm staying in my lane and trying to allow people to work things out amongst themselves without adding fuel to the fire. I'm always here to support people, but I'm not going to amp people up. I don't send people things. I don't do that. Like, oh, look what they said. If I'm not doing that, I'm not gonna amp you up. If it's something that I was sent that is like, your name or puts you in danger, that's different. But somebody calls you a bitch or calls you out your name or is, doing memes of you with a fat suit on, I'm not gonna go and tell anybody that. I'm not gonna hurt my friend's feelings. Like, I'm not. It hurts me to see it. Why would I send it to my friend to hurt her feelings or his feelings? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Some things I don't think I need to know. Some things are not my business. Some things, even about me, is not my business. Selfies, X, Y, and Z. Selfies a bitch. Selfie, da 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 da. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What you think about me is none of my damn business. As long as you don't bring it to my face. Once you say it in my face, it's my business because you brought it to me. You know what I mean? But it's really not my business. It's really not. Did I say hi, Wicked Wisdom? I'm so sorry. Hi, Wicked. Hey, Corn's mom. How are you? Sorry, guys. I talk a lot. It's just there's so much that I wish I could say and I don't say. And I know I didn't do my nails. Listen, Linda, I couldn't be bothered. I'll do them this week, but I couldn't be bothered. I was working so much this week, I didn't even sit down and do my nails. William came here for support, and that's what we all gave him. Then he turned on all of us and lied to make nice with his new friends. And there's no reason to lie. There's no reason to lie. You fell out with people, saying that everybody was going to dox him. I don't know where he lives. I know he lives in New York. That's it. That's the beginning and end, right? There would be no reason to dox him or for what? For what? Like I said, I've never spoken a bad word about him. I've never mocked his addiction, his alcohol addiction, none of that. So I think it's ridiculous. And you know what? Let him run with that because people that know me know better than that. And people that want to believe that, you can't convince some people because the truth is not what everybody's seeking. I say that all the time. The truth is not what everybody's seeking. So sometimes you try to, you want the truth out there, but sometimes it doesn't matter. The truth wasn't their motive. It wasn't what they wanted anyway. Hey, Amanda, how are you, sweetie? I don't know. Hey, Sherry, how are you, my chula? I hope you're okay. Can you drop the link for a second? Okay, hold on. JJ, you're gonna have to show me because I already know people will probably freaking click the link. You know what? Oh shit. Damn it. Control V. What is it again? Oh yeah. Okay. I think I remembered now. I'm already getting hot, guys. You already know how that is. It's ridiculous. Okay, much better. Damn, I was way back here. Hey, Sunshine State of Mind, how are you? Thank you. I missed you guys too. I really do. And I hate to stay away from you guys. I hate it. Hi, MTT. Hey, Dina, how are you? I miss you too, guys. Thank you for being here. I don't know, guys. And hey, Chris S, how are you, my girl? It's hard. There goes JJ.
Hey,
Hey, sweetie pie, how you
what are y'all
doing?
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing a live stream, huh?
Yeah. How are you?
Um, so I don't know if William actually said that or if it was just that other guy that I don't want to say his name that we've had a
On his
problem
panel?
with for a number of
Uh-huh.
years.
Uh-huh.
It was him
Yeah.
that said it, and William wasn't on that panel. So, in all fairness, I don't know if William told him that on the side, but that mofo went ahead and said that publicly. The other one that you had
Oh,
made
okay.
fun
Well,
of William
sorry, go ahead.
for some bullshit,
No,
and we know that's
no,
not true.
no,
Absolutely
I
not.
never did that. I never did that. So I apologize, William, if you didn't tell him that. I apologize. See, I didn't watch it. I don't watch it, so I
I
apologize.
didn't.
Right.
I don't even know. Like, I don't even look at his channel. Nothing. Like, I want nothing to do with it. But I was listening to Sophie this morning, and I heard that that Johnny had made a comment on there, and
Yeah.
and it apparently, I guess he made a comment on another video, because then last night, dude came, old dude
Hmm.
over there came live, and this isn't even a bash session towards him. However,
No.
I just feel like it should be set straight. You didn't
Yeah.
say that.
No.
Nobody said that. I
No.
would say 90% of the BS that was said about you and I never happened.
And I don't know
So it just
why.
drives me nuts.
I
Like,
don't know
leave us
why we haven't
alone,
spoken
dude.
about him. Like, and that's the thing.
Exactly.
And again, that's another one of the, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Well, there is because that's what gets the views, right? That's what gets the views. The people that dislike me, the people that dislike you, go into his
Right.
streams and they feed him more, they egg it on. And there comes a point when is enough enough? We don't speak about that man on our channels. I was actually defending him in a chat. I was actually defending him in a chat. I said, "Oh, he didn't speak about us," and then bam, there he goes. But don't lie on me. Don't lie on me, like, saying that I'm responsible for a whole epidemic in on
Yeah.
Kensington in Philadelphia. That is very serious. People die,
What a
but all
disgusting
to get
thing
back
to
at
say.
me. That's horrendous to say.
Who
Horrendous
would
to say.
believe that? Come on. She's talked about this how many times? She was an addict. What are you, 23 years now?
Yes. Hmm.
Clean,
Yep.
sober, whatever it's called.
In recovery.
So in recovery, why, why keep, I don't know. It's just one of those things that people that don't like you come at you for. And for anyone to believe that you would make fun of or come at anyone for being an addict of any sort, which includes alcohol, is such
Yes.
bullshit. I mean,
Yeah.
really?
I would never do that. And again,
Never.
William, I'm sorry. I assume that you had said that. If you hadn't said that, I apologize.
He
But if
may
you
have.
did,
I just
right,
don't
but if
know.
you did, please know that I never did that. I never did that, nor would I ever do that. Ever. Okay. I've never even made a sideways comment about William in a chat on my panel, nowhere. Because when things don't work out or people, whatever happens, I let it be. I let it be. I don't have to come and bash people or talk bad about people. Now, if you get me halta, you could keep coming at me, then yeah, I'm gonna come at you back. But there's no reason for me to come at him, especially if he's struggling. Especially he's struggling.
Right. And, and I believe
Hi,
definitely
Adam. I'm
he
sorry.
is, but it's still no excuse, for the behavior that he's displayed.
Yeah.
And even with
Thank you,
that,
Tammy.
we still did not make fun of this man. So
No,
I
never.
don't
We've
want to
never.
hear
We've
that. And
never.
I don't want to hear Cindy called out as someone who makes fun of addicts, because that's a blatant lie. It's a
And that's
lie.
something
And
to
I'm
take
so
serious.
tired of the lies. And that's a serious lie. Like,
Yeah.
it just is. And when I heard that, I'm like, what the? I'm like, this is still continuing on. Like, I'm
Oh,
all
wow.
for people that
See?
don't like. I'm all for people that want to change and do better, and that's great. But then you can't continue to lie, because that's not doing better.
No, it isn't doing better.
It's not doing any
And
better.
it's, oh, you're doing better because you're not dragging people that I like. Like, what have we done? What have we done? Nothing. Nothing. I haven't done any. I don't even come live that much. And when I do, it's not to drag people. Like,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. It seems like people can't move on. And the thing is that we have the power as subscribers, right? Subscribers make channels, guys. Without subscribers, channels would be nothing. We'd be talking to ourselves. You guys, I'm a subscriber to everyone else besides my own channel. We make the channels, guys, and we have power. We do. We have a lot more
Hmm.
power than we think. And a lot of people know that, and that's why they stir up crap. They send stuff to creators to get them amped up, a lot of times out of context, or they straight up lie and say it's something it isn't, lie, that it isn't. Some people doctor things, right? We know them.
Oh my
People
God.
doctor things and
For
fabricate things.
sure.
It's gotten worse and worse and worse online. It's gotten worse and worse and worse on YouTube, because everything is instantaneous. Before, when people used to gossip and negativity didn't spread as quickly because it had to go by word of mouth. I said this in my members only. You had to, tell somebody orally, or it went on the telephone. Now everything is right here in our fingertips. Our phones, we carry with them 24/7. So the
Right.
ability to pass on information is instantaneous. The ability to pass on negative energy is right here immediately. And
Yeah.
so the world has gotten so much worse because it's gotten so much easier to feed off of each other's energy. And there's a lot of positive energy and there's a lot of negative energy. And it's crazy. And it begins and ends with us. And I'm not here with a halo. I have to freaking always say that too. But I'm
Right.
tired of it.
And
I'm
there are
tired of it.
people, that look at some, that do really horrible shit, like what J Fid just said right now.
Yeah,
Like,
that's crazy. Why are you
when,
threatening to go to her house?
why?
Why?
Of all people, why?
Why?
Seriously, just because she's a good friend of Jules, like you're gonna come on here and make lies about, like, no, like you don't get to. I don't care how much drugs or alcohol you do not get to come on here. It does not absolve you of responsibility for the bullshit you say. I'm sorry,
Yes.
but it just doesn't. So,
No, it
William,
doesn't. I've said that.
shut
I've
up.
said that. Yeah.
Stop
Sorry.
threatening people.
Yeah, stop. Stop. And I think that a lot of people give passes, right? And like what Lainey Lynn said, a lot of people view alcoholism and the addiction to alcohol as a very different thing to drug addiction,
Yeah,
right?
it's no different.
There's there's a huge stigma with drug addiction, especially, with heroin, cocaine, all of that. There's a huge stigma associated with that, where alcoholism isn't frowned upon as much because it's like a social thing. You drink at a party, you become an alcoholic. It doesn't have that stigma attached. But I'm here to tell you that alcohol has the same deadly consequences, the
Exactly.
same deadly consequences. Okay, it
Hmm.
shuts people's organs down. You can get hepatitis, right? Which, and then liver cancer, liver failure with
Hmm.
alcoholism. It can affect your kidneys, your pancreas, all this stuff. It can shut your body down. It is deadly. It causes people to drink and drive, and not only endanger themselves, but endanger everybody else on the road. It causes people to act erratically, to act out of character and commit crimes, and lowers inhibitions just like other drugs do. It is just as dangerous. It is just as serious. And I think a lot of people give him passes on what he says because he's drunk, and there's everyone's responsible for their actions. I've said this as well. When I
Yes.
was in my addiction, when I was in my worst of my addiction, I was still responsible. That is why in the court of law, you can't say, oh, I was high and get off on that. That's not
No.
like mental illness where, you can plead insanity and then you can have psychiatrists and all of them come and evaluate you. Addiction, you don't have that get out of jail free card. You're still held responsible. And I think I'm glad that I was held responsible in my addiction because it saved my life. It
Yeah,
saved
you've said that many times. And we have somebody here that wants to. I don't know. He says he's comfortable in it. Well, guess what? We're not comfortable with the bullshit you say. Okay. So we don't have to like you. We don't have to put up with it. None of that. So just go
no.
on your way. Do not lie about it. Don't lie. Like, tell the truth. If we did something, then tell the truth. But
Right.
don't
And if
lie.
I have to apologize, I will. I have no issue apologizing when I say some stupidity out of my mouth. Trust and believe that. I have
Right,
no issue
but
with that. You don't have
we
to
don't
lie on
talk
me.
about
Like I
that.
said,
We don't.
no.
And have I said that I believe that it's the
Yeah, no,
alcohol?
no, Jesus.
Yes, I do. But at this
Yeah.
point, the alcohol
Yeah.
is such a part of this person. And what grosses me out to the max is that people use it as a, oh, well, you're no longer getting along with Jules, so come chill in our chat, and it's
It
like, wait,
happens
like,
everywhere though, JJ. That happens everywhere. You fell out, come. It's transactional. That happens
so
everywhere.
gross. it's
The
it's
enemy of my enemy is now my friend. That happens everywhere, happens
true, it
quite
does.
often,
It does. With
sadly.
this one, I just find it amazing because the reality is I think maybe he had a little bit something more for Jules because he
Exactly,
doesn't
Dina.
stop talking about her. It's gross. He lies, and especially if he said that you made fun of him for drinking. That's not true. I don't know
No,
if William said that, but if he did tell Real that, he's full of shit. Full of shit.
yeah. And I hope he didn't say that because he should know that I would never do that. I've never participated in even dragging him. I think that the things that he says is wrong. The accounts that he makes
Hmm.
is beyond offensive. Um,
Beyond.
to come in here and say R.I.P. Jules, I just all of it is gross. All of it
Right.
is gross, and it's unacceptable. And again, I understand that he's struggling. I understand that. And I too take that into consideration. You know what I mean? But it's not okay. We still have to be responsible for what we do and say online. You have to stop and nobody, and that's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, they just shrug it off. Like, we know why he's doing that. But it's not okay because if it was done to you, you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't
No.
like it. Don't allow those accounts in there with those disgusting usernames. I don't allow them in here like that. Come on, man.
Hell
Stop
no.
that already.
Hell
Just
no.
stop that already.
Going at people's deceased parents, which the mofo that we're talking about, or that I was talking about that said that, absolutely did. And I'm not trying to start up anything with this person,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah.
came and was talking all kinds of shit and lied. And I'm not going to let people like, I don't have to answer to everything. I don't. Like, people call
Yeah.
me a bitch. Okay, you think I'm a bitch. Oh, you think I'm a liar. Okay, I could ask for what, and usually I never ever get a response to that. It's like, oh, we just think you're a
Yeah.
liar.
Hi,
Okay,
Star.
well, what did I lie about? And there's never any reason or whatever. It's like they just like
Yeah,
they
and
don't even
and
know.
sometimes people may not
Know
like
about me.
my personality either, and that's fine, JJ. They don't like my voice, or they don't like how I
Yeah,
choose
that's okay
to,
too.
right, to be diplomatic, but that is who I am. I don't come here and I'm not pretending. I'm not pretending to try to see it from all sides. I've been that way my entire life, and I can't change who I am. I can't. This is not a facade. This is not something that I'm putting on an act. This is who I am. And people can choose to accept me like this one, or they don't have to. They don't have to. I'm not forcing people to watch my channel. I'm not forcing them to click in and watch me. I don't understand. Oh, selfie is insufferable. Then why torture yourself? Well, I don't torture myself. People I don't like, I don't watch them at all. Trust and believe that. If I'm, whatever negative adjectives you may have for me, why torture yourself? Ask yourself that. Why are you torturing yourself? There's nothing here that's so salacious that needs to be documented or recorded or any of that. There's no groundbreaking information here. Trust and believe that. So why
Oh, I know
torture yourself?
one person who's guaranteed to be recording this right now. You know too.
Who?
The muzzard or buzzard or whatever people want to
Oh,
call her.
I'm
I
not
don't
worried
know
about
what
it.
the
Yeah, I'm not
newest
worried about that
motherfucking thing.
one. And I'm
I know
sorry to
because we don't
everybody.
care.
Yeah, we don't care. I don't care. And I'm sorry to everyone that has lost people to alcoholism.
Yeah.
And Dina, I saw your comments and I am genuinely sorry. Reggie, I don't know. You want to join chat? You're here. I don't allow people that I don't know on my panel. That's not a thing. Yeah, that's not a thing, but you're more than welcome to be in the chat. So I don't know what you want to join, but that's you're already in the chat, so I think you're good. Hi, BB. How are you, my beautiful girl? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to catch up. And Star, hi. Okay, wait. She said William did say that on Real's panel last night. Wow. I was going to step in and tell
Oh,
him that it's BS and he knows it. Wow. Okay, so William, listen, William, just don't lie on me, bro. Don't lie on me because all of my lives are on my channel. I would love to see where I've ever mocked, ever once made light of it, disparaged you. Never, because the only time I ever spoke, besides right now, is when you were in my chat, William, and you were talking about your alcoholism. So I was giving you consejos in my chat, giving you advice. That's it. You were in my chat that time. And even though you may be blocked, the comments are up on the screen. You can hear me responding to you. So please don't play with me. Don't lie on me. You don't like me because you fell out with Jules and all of them. That's fine. But don't lie on me. Don't do that. Why do that? Why do that, William? I haven't done anything to you. And you continue to do this. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that because anybody who knows me knows I don't think that addiction is anything to mock or shame or ridicule ever. So get a new one with that. Get a new one
yeah,
because
it's
that's
not, it's
not
gross.
believable.
It's gross. And to try to use that too as like some reasoning as to why you do the bullshit you do. Well, people in the world don't have to put up with that. So
No,
I understand that addiction is a disease, but we don't have to put up
sweaty.
with you lying and just say, oh well, we don't have to correct that because
No,
he was
no,
drinking. No bullshit. Oh no, I'm
no.
sorry, but you're not gonna lie. And there were, girl,
JJ, but
it was more than that
when you went on panel, they were, oh, she was drunk and da 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 da.
all the time, right? But that's
Right.
okay.
But
Right
certain
now,
people
they'll
get a
say
pass.
at, I granted it's 3:40 in the afternoon on a Saturday, but regardless, I've not had a single like
No, I'm
I
not
don't
saying
know.
right now, JJ. Oh my God.
No,
Oh my God. That'll
no,
be the
but
new. No, I'm not saying right now. Oh my
no,
God.
no, no, no. But that's what
Oh,
people
okay.
will say just because I'm up here talking. They'll say,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, she was drunk again," making no
Yeah.
sense.
No.
Fuck
No.
y'all. You
No.
don't like that's so ridiculous.
Anyway,
I have a family. I have a husband. I have 3 dogs. I have a business. I have, parents and siblings that live where like it's so stupid to
I know.
say that I'm like this person who drinks all day long and more. I don't drink. I
even
don't.
though
Not every
alcoholism doesn't
day.
discriminate, right? You can have a beautiful family. You can have, but JJ's not an
You
alcoholic.
could.
Right,
No,
because
I'm not. I'm just not.
alcoholism, addiction doesn't discriminate. You can have the best family in the whole world, the best support system, and it's insidious and it still gets people. But you don't put something on JJ that doesn't belong to her. And
Right.
Sweaty, congratulations, 18 years. That's an
Oh,
amazing thing.
wow.
She says, I'm about
Congratulations.
to celebrate 18 years of sobriety, but even when I was active in my addiction, I was still decent to folks. I am legit about to scrub Sweaty from internet and change phone number. It's BS. And I'm sorry for anybody that's going through that. I think, again, we don't have to like people. We don't have to like certain people, but we don't have to seek out to destroy people. We don't.
Right.
I don't
No.
understand why it's so hard to block somebody and avoid them like the plague. That is what I do. That is what I can promise you. I'm not seeking out to destroy anyone that I dislike on the internet in any capacity. None whatsoever. I don't want to know about their Facebook. I don't care to know. I don't want to
Me
know what their
neither.
family looks like, what their family's names are. Like that's
Mm-mm.
way too invested. And when I start doing that, I have to look internally. And I am genuinely saying that that's insane for me to do that. The day that I'm
Yeah.
inquiring onto people's Facebooks to get something on them, I need to get off the internet. And I know that. I don't lack self awareness. I have no need to do that. It begins and ends with YouTube. We don't like each other. You come at me crazy, whatever. I call you a bitch. Call you a bitch. And I go about my day. This shit is
Mm-hmm.
getting out of hand. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh yeah.
And it's not going
Way
to
out of hand.
anybody. It's not going to end well for anybody. We all need to stop. We can only be responsible for ourselves. We all need to stop. Like, okay,
Yeah.
why are you allowing hate to
But here's
dictate
the
how you
difference though,
move?
Cindy. There are some people that cannot understand why we think it's so fucking weird to be looking into people's lives. Like they're just like, oh, well, I was just wondering. No, no, bitch. You don't need to just be wondering about
Wondering.
my life or where I live
Mm.
or how many kids I have or, you know, how success or money I like. You don't
Right?
need to know those things. So why are you doing that? Like it's not normal to look into
No.
people like that. And they don't understand that it's not normal. Like I
And
don't have the
I just
time,
wanted
the
to, I was
patience.
curious. That's bull crap, JJ. That's an excuse. That's bull
Exactly.
crap. I was
Yep,
just curious. Well, listen, get your curious ass up out of my business. Like, what the hell kind of, that's crazy. That's
it
crazy.
is.
Well, I just, I punched him in the head and decided to open his, chest cavity because I was curious. The fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Exactly. Very people that I guess maybe they're used to it and they get in with a group of people who are used to doing that shit. So they
Correct.
think it's normal. I don't know, but it's not normal. Thank God I've
Yeah.
never been in a group that thinks that that bullshit's normal. Well, wait, let me take it back. There was one person and she can still go, yes, and she can still go fuck herself on Reddit that I see that she's always posts. And listen, this is not a Redditor. It's not. It's a person who is on YouTube who defriends somebody who is a fraudster. So I have no desire to listen to what this person says, yet they still talk shit all the time. It's wild to me. Like, don't say a word about me until you talk about your friend who is actively doing what they're doing. Like the patience on me, and listen, we all need to exercise, right? Like a
Yeah.
lesson in patience because we all need
Yeah.
to have it. But at
Yeah.
some point, it's like, okay, enough now. Like you're ridiculous, and I feel like that there's a lot of that going on. And if you get with somebody, especially if you're new to these communities, do not think that looking up people is normal. It's not. It's
And
not
I've said that
normal.
we can't normalize any of this stuff. We cannot become desensitized to any of this stuff. We can't
Right.
because then it becomes commonplace for us to think that we should be doing it too. And
Yeah.
again, I'm gonna keep reiterating it. I swear I'm gonna put a banner on the bottom of my chat that says I am not a moral authority. I am not. I'm speaking from my own experience. Right? Who
Right.
made Selfie the moral authority? Nobody, because ain't Selfie ain't no damn moral authority. Selfie fucks up like everybody else. Okay? Selfie says
Mm-hmm.
some stupid shit out her mouth. But this is the big picture. Like there's certain boundaries that I can't cross. I won't be able to sleep at night. I will not. And it's
Well,
not that serious to me.
I think what a big difference between you and even myself, and I can be, I mean, you know, I'm a true Taurus. I'm very, very stubborn, but even with you, you know, if we make a mistake, we apologize and we admit our wrongs. You know, we'll
Yes.
admit exactly what
Yes.
we did, exactly what we said. Like, I'm
Yes.
so sorry I was wrong about you, or I was wrong about this. Even if we don't like the person, we admit if we're wrong that we said
Yes.
something.
Yes.
However, there are some people out here that will just not admit it. They'll
No.
just keep going. They don't care. They're not going to admit to their wrong. They'll just keep going and maybe not mention that piece again since they were proven wrong, you know?
Right.
It's crazy, and I've been hearing a lot of that lately. It's like, but wait a minute. No, 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 no. Back up. Where is the apology for the bullshit you said last week? But that never happens. And
No. It
it's
doesn't,
so
sadly. It doesn't.
discouraging.
It doesn't.
It's
It doesn't.
discouraging.
And Jen and Barrett, I want to say you have my deepest condolences for the loss of your ex-husband. That is very devastating.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I am genuinely so sorry for that. It's never easy, right? And that's what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying. Like, guys, there's certain things you can depend on, right? Selfie gonna come here. Selfie gonna say some stupid shit. Selfie's never, well, talking about myself in the third person. I'm never going to mock somebody who's struggling. I'm not.
Mm-mm.
I'm not. Not ever. not somebody who's financially struggling, who's struggling mentally, who's struggling in any capacity. I'm not going to do that. I don't think it's okay. Um, and people think that they know who I am, that they, oh, Selfie lives with her son. Yeah, okay. I saw somebody on Reddit ask, does she still live with her sons? I don't know why it's any of your business, but yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. My sons want me here. My sons want me here, and I don't intend to live with my sons forever. Not that it's anybody's business, but I don't intend to live with my sons. I want my sons to have their independence that they had before I came here. But it takes time. I'm not gonna, I had a home, my own home, almost 20 years that I uprooted. I think people forget that. I was uprooted, me and my son, with what we could carry in our hands, nothing
Yeah.
more. I left 20 years behind. 20 years I left behind. And people want to keep judging me, acting like I was just somebody who enjoyed and wanted to come and take advantage of my sons. I didn't want to do that. I had no choice. Okay. I
No.
had to save my life and I had to save my son's life. And that's what I did. And I plan on getting my own place, but you have to save, you have to do things right because I don't intend to have to go into a shelter, even though my sons told me that's not a thing, but I don't want to have to do that. No shade to people that have to. I want to do things right, and that's what I'm doing. And people need to learn to mind their business. I'm not asking anyone on the internet for anything. I'm not. I appreciate the memberships. I appreciate the subscribers. I appreciate you guys just listening to me. I'm not asking for anything from anyone. Those times of me struggling like that are gone, are gone. I go to work and I take care of myself. And I think this is the thing. People are too nosy, not even nosy, intrusive. It's not even nosy,
Very.
intrusive. You
Yeah.
guys are too intrusive and think that you have the right to know about everybody's life, things that they choose not to share. And what people choose not to share, you decide you're going to speculate on and invent those parts of their lives that they haven't shared. It's gross. It's gross. And if we start focusing more on ourselves than others, I think that we'll be happier people, in my opinion. It's disgusting. I'm tired of it. Hi, Sheila.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's ridiculous, and some of
Forever
these
young.
things are just so blatantly false. It's like, what the hell? But I guess they think that if, you've been on YouTube for a little while and, oh, well, these people from the past, listen, Cindy and I haven't changed our core beliefs. We're not
Mm,
changing the people we are. We may change some things as far as how we address stuff, but
mm,
like our core person, our core soul is not what these people want to say or make up. Like it's
mm.
so gross that people do that. It really is. It's like, get a life, man. Like, tell the
Yep.
truth or show some proof.
Martin's
Show some
mommy.
proof, damn it. I want to see the proof.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Martin's mommy. And I agree, Ghostface. It's a power trip. Anyone who feels like they have to have this information over people, strangers, it's a
Mm-hmm.
power trip. It's control issues. They have control issues. And I think that people try to compensate. And again, if the glass slipper wasn't made in your size, don't try to force that bitch on. But if you feel like this glass slipper fits your foot, then put that bitch on. Because I'm not speaking to anybody specific, right? Because people always want to go and force that damn shoe on their foot. Force that bitch on if it fits you. Um, we do these things that it's too much. It's too much. I'm over it. And I agree. They have this control issues. And I think that when we lack control in our own lives, then we try to have control over other people. Like, oh, I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna say your first name to intimidate you, like, let you know what else do I know about you. It's gross. It's gross.
Yeah.
Manipulation. It's an intimidation tactic. That shit don't work with me. It doesn't. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Sorry, I don't. It's not gonna work with me anymore because that shit is it's we have to take that power away, and it's hard. Nobody wants their information doxed. That's not what I'm saying. We're not normalizing people being doxed. Be like, just put an H on your chest and handle it. No, that shouldn't be a thing. But
No, it shouldn't. And that's what I said the other day, about Brooke and Vault making it sound like it's so normal or
my
whatever.
Virgie,
And Vault, I did not give John Yates any information, nor did I gave nobody. Cindy, I didn't even give Cindy the
no,
information on
nope,
your ass. I just
nope.
gave the first name, and that was it. That was it. So stop whining and crying when you yourself have done this shit for years, and then somebody dares to find out who you are, and it's like, oh my God, I'm the victim, I'm victimized, protect me. It's so crazy. It's like, stop messing with people, man. It makes a big difference
Yeah.
when they can find you as well when
Mm-hmm.
you're doxing.
Yeah. Was that really Bliss? Bliss, was that really you? Because I'm afraid now.
Is she trying to come up or?
Yeah, she came up, but I don't know. I didn't hear her say anything.
Oh, well, if it's Bliss, then, she, I'd imagine she'd say something, but maybe her signal wasn't good. I don't
Bliss, is
know.
that
Hi
you?
guys, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Sorry, I pressed the wrong
Hey!
button.
Oh, it's
Hey,
okay.
girl.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, girl.
How you doing?
We
Good. How are
babe.
you?
I wanted to dive more into the fence riding subject
Okay.
because that's something you were talking about a little bit earlier. Because
Mm-hmm.
we dealt with this. Well, I personally dealt with the whole. I didn't even know what the fuck fence riding was a few years ago. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Now, if it's my fence, I'm gonna guard it like a Rottweiler. If
Mm-hmm.
it's my neighbor's fence and they're fighting each other, that's none of my business. So can we
Right.
apply that to like this shit? Now, this is where it gets a little tricky because you have moral issues. So the creator that, that I support when it comes to fence riding, you have people spreading misinformation, like disgusting misinformation. I don't think there should be a fence ride there. Like everyone does have their boundaries, but there are a couple things that are just morally wrong that I think everyone should call out. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where it gets a little gray because, like, we always talk about different people have different boundaries of what they, is okay with them, what's
Yeah.
not okay with them. So that's how all these people are fighting. Like, what he did to me, and what, like, no, actually, I don't. I don't know all the ins and outs of the past. I'm sorry. But
Right.
I don't know why everyone's issues have to be made and put on all the subscribers who support all the creators. I don't like the divide, and I feel like the divide is done on purpose for content and clicks. Because let's
Mm-hmm.
be real, the drama gets the views. I mean,
It does.
It
It does.
it does, but it's at the same time, it does exactly that. It divides because said the other day on Drazo's panel, nobody wins. All of the subscribers are divided. They're going to stay with the person that they are coolest with instead of, continuing to go over and speak in chats of somebody who one of your creators is that you really like is arguing with. Nobody wins. They end up at the same exact place. So,
Mm-hmm.
how do creators move on with, they have these friendships and they may feel, a certain way if somebody went another. And I think that just needs to end. I just think that people need to mind their own business when it comes to what somebody else has going on with somebody else. And sort of keep it that way, unless you are somebody who blatantly saw some bullshit and you want to come out and say, wait a minute, this so and so creator, they're not lying. I saw it with my own eyes, own ears, whatever, because sometimes that's important too, because it's,
Yeah.
person against person and liar against truth teller or whatever. So it sucks. It sucks so bad when these things
Does.
happen and these
It's a
divides.
sucky situation. But yeah, everyone should call out lies. I mean, if one of y'all were lying, I'd be like, now come on, Cindy, you know that didn't happen. Like, you should call out your friends for that shit. Like, you know?
Right. And
But
and I'm sorry, go ahead, Bliss. What?
some people are dick riders, you know? They're gonna ride no matter what. So did we lose JJ now?
Yeah, she'll be back though.
Okay.
And I wanted to say we also have to remember that as content creators, we're putting subscribers in terrible positions because we have to be mindful of what we share too, right? Like we shouldn't come and regurgitate everything that we're going through, in my opinion, right? Do what you want on your channel. But I think that I'm mindful of my subscribers that we take on each other's emotions. The same way people that I support, if they come and they're hurt and they're upset, I feel their emotions and I take on their emotions. And that happens. And then it's weird or confusing, like, oh, this person did X, Y, and Z, posted about my kids or talked about my kids, and something that I'm like, damn, that's a no for life. And then next week they're best friends again, and I'm like, what the hell? It's confusing because
It's
we
like a
have to.
roller coaster ride with some of
Right.
them. I mean, not every opinion needs to be shared. I mean,
Exactly.
I can side eye someone, and I don't have to come onto YouTube and be like, I saw so and so, and you guys shouldn't like them anymore. Like, I can just side eye them and separate myself quietly. And I
Mm-hmm.
understand that's a hard line for creators because, you know, different boundaries, different strokes, different folks. But
Yeah.
I feel like some creators kind of treat their YouTube channel like a video diary, and you can just download an app for that. Just
Exactly.
saying. You can go on the app and pop the fuck off. Like, I would never come. All of us, we've really learned the past couple years. If something really angers me, I'm gonna sleep on it. And I'd say 95% of the time by the next morning, I really don't give that much of a fuck anymore. I just
No.
think people need to chill instead of reacting so quickly. Just let it marinate a second because you don't want to come online when you're in that kind of state, anyways. Some
No.
people have looked real, like, not well lately, all
And I
around.
cringe at myself at the lives, because I don't remove anything from my channel. So there's lives that I'm cringing like, oh my God, selfie, why the hell did you say that? Why did you do that? You know what I mean? Like, and I had to learn the hard way. And I just think that we involve people and we need to take that into consideration. And we shouldn't put subscribers in the middle like that, especially when and again, I'm not expecting anybody to, alter their boundaries or whatever they feel.
Absolutely not. But you can't push it onto other people either.
Right. And sometimes, like you said, I don't have to come here and tell everybody everything I'm thinking or feeling, because I sit on stuff, and you're right, if I'm anger or I'm on edge, I may come and say something, and the way I'm gonna say it and what I'm gonna say maybe would have changed if I would have taken a day or two to cool off. Definitely my presentation is gonna change. And I may not feel that it's so important to even mention it. You understand? And I just think that we as adults, we need to know when to sit back a minute. Just sit back a minute. I'm not saying that you can't speak your mind, but just take a minute when you're not so heated, because your delivery will definitely be different. And I know that there were times where I was more calm. It was received better. It was
It
received better.
always is, of course.
It always is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It always is. When I've come, I mean, I'm one of them. I'm guilty of,
Everyone is. We
I've
all
been
are.
mad and I've come live and just flipped out, right?
Yeah.
But
Hey, but
doesn't
JJ, when
work.
was that? When do you think you did that? How long ago?
It's been a few years now.
That's what I'm
And
saying. Like, all of us are on a different plane. Some people are just starting. We're a couple years in. We know how this shit goes, so we react differently to things. We know how to handle things better. So I'm not going to really fault the people too much that do it. I mean, they're on their learning curve too. So,
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And they got to
but that
learn.
doesn't mean that we can't point it out though to them. That doesn't mean. But some people don't listen. I mean, they have to figure it out themselves. You know.
Well, if they want to do better, they should listen. I did.
They
You know?
should. But I'm going to be honest, and I kind of feel like JJ might be one of these people too. When someone tells me to do something, especially someone I don't particularly care for, you best believe I'm going to do the exact fucking opposite.
Right,
That's just who I
right.
am.
Like when we were
Yeah,
little
yeah.
kids, like when we were little kids, like don't tell me not to touch it because I'm gonna go touch it.
Right? Like,
I am
just
very
give me a
immature and
real
petty when it comes to
playground.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I think
Hi,
it's a
Booby.
stubbornness, right?
Hi.
You think that
Yeah.
Hi,
everybody
baby.
is wanting to come
Hi,
at
Bliss.
you
Hi, JJ.
from a bad, like, from a not good place. Like, they
Yeah.
just, want to continue to criticize you in every way possible. So you don't want to listen to shit they have to say. But at the
Right.
same time, I think that people need to think, like, can you listen to that stream back and will you be happy with it? And I
Yeah.
know the times that I've flipped out, it's not been like an extreme amount of times or anything. It wasn't like every time I hit live that was happening. No. But I learned that, like, do so much better when you give it a minute and actually are able to articulate exactly what you're feeling and probably what others are feeling as well,
Yeah.
instead of going live and flipping out, because everybody's like, whoa, what the fuck? When that happens,
Hmm.
people don't like
I
to be
agree.
yelled at. They don't, whether it's
Can
a
I
sub
can I
or
ask
a.
can I ask something?
Sure.
Okay, I have a question. So you know all the things that been going on and John reading the group text and
Mm-hmm.
finding out all that stuff that was happening
Mm-hmm.
and being friends with one of those people, Reagan, knowing that she did all that stuff and saying that you guys are all good with her, knowing her past patterns and even now learning that she's still doing some things, most likely. And how can you feel like that's okay and not be okay with that, but other people still doing stuff and you're not okay with that? How is that okay for your subs maybe not feeling safe because knowing how she is and how she acted towards other people and setting all that stuff going real life and doxing and things? How is that okay for the subs to be okay with that?
Well, you go ahead first, Cindy, because I have an
Um,
answer, but you go
I
ahead
think
first.
I'm going
that
to sit back and listen.
yeah, I think that everyone
I would just like to know.
in my opinion, I think that everyone has the right to set their own personal boundaries, right? Everyone has the right to associate with people or not associate with people. I have learned in the last year or two, I don't do DMs. I don't. Because it became messy and it became a lot. So I keep things mainly 90% here where you can see it, everything's public. So
Yeah.
what you see is me in chats. I say hello to people in chats. I talk to people in chats, and that's where it goes. Except for the select few that I text with that have my number, it stays there, and that's what I had to do for myself to keep me safe. And I think that everyone has to have their own personal boundaries of what they set for themselves to keep themselves mentally safe, physically safe, emotionally safe, and I can't tell anyone else what those boundaries should be. But I try to have a safe space here in my chat for everyone except the 6%. You already know the 6% is not
Right.
allowed here. But everyone else, I think that it has to be an individual decision to make because I'm very forgiving. I don't forget, but I'm very forgiving. But I also learn from my mistakes. You know, like
Right.
when I've been reactionary in the past, I've learned from it. And that's why now I sit back and I won't go live. Even if I had planned a live, if I know I'm not in an emotional state to bring something productive, I'm not going to press live. I'm not. And so I know that about myself, and I'm very cautious. I'm very cautious. And so I do learn from my mistakes, and that's all I can do. You know, for me, that's all I can do. I can't make the decision for anybody else. I don't push people on other people. I don't say, well, this person, you have to, trust them. I don't do any of
Yeah.
that.
Of
Again, it's
course not. No.
individual. It's
Yeah.
individual.
Yeah.
and I keep things surface. So go ahead,
Yeah.
JJ.
Oh, okay, okay. For me, I'm sorry, I can't see your name up on here. I'm not sure who I'm even talking to.
That's BB.
BB.
That's
It's
BB.
BB.
Oh, BB. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, BB.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
For
just asking because other people are still entitled that sometimes I look in the chats, it's like they feel like, oh, because one person does it, they think they can do it. You see what I'm saying? They think, oh,
Yes.
because they forgive that person, I can do all these bad things, they're going to forgive me. And it kind of just you know, but it just
By
that
Adam
chain of
Twenty.
reaction where they think they can keep doing that and everyone will still forgive them. And that's
I
Yeah.
that's why I'm just
I
concerned because
understand. I
Hey,
you know
understand.
JJ.
what I mean?
And I
Yeah, I
think
get it.
for me, the
Hey,
difference
Sophie.
is again, and a gigantic difference. you know, um, I've been on YouTube, what, like I keep saying like 4 years, but it's only because I cannot believe how time like has flown by. I just can't
Yeah.
believe it. I feel like 2020 was like a year ago, but it
Right.
wasn't.
Right.
So for me, I think the difference with Reagan is um, not only did she publicly apologize and
Mm-hmm.
say that she wants to do better, um,
Mhm.
it wasn't because other people screwed her over that she decided to do that. She decided to because she didn't like the bullshit that she saw going on. And in 5.5, 6 years, and Reagan was even around then. She was on
Right.
Twitter, in the
Yeah.
teen mom community. So I remember far back then, and I never once heard Reagan apologize or say anything to anybody like in regards to things she had done. She would either just shut down or not say anything.
Hmm.
And this time she not only publicly apologized, but she would also privately apologized to me and
Well,
said
that's
she
good.
wants
Okay.
to do better and doesn't
Okay.
want to deal with this evil kind of shit anymore. And it's
Yeah.
hard. It is hard when
Yeah.
she's got
Hmm.
skills, that girl. It's hard when you
Oh
hear
yeah. No,
people.
yeah. I get.
Yeah, and when you
Yeah.
hear people
Yeah.
talking shit and stuff, like you want to do it back, but
Hmm.
she hasn't, and she could easily slam much worse than what these. I'm sure she has DMs that are even far worse than the group chat. But for the
Mm.
group chat, for us, with giving, not only did she apologize, but giving that to the community to see. And I know everybody wants to say, like, or not everybody, but some will say that it's hurting all, and I understand that too. I do. And
Yeah.
if that were me, I just would not listen to any of it. I would take myself out
Hmm.
of it. But I, for one, and like I've said many times now, I've probably said this like 5 or 6 times now, when John was reading out what they were saying, and I was
Yeah.
actually doxxed,
Hmm.
and he felt so horrible because he didn't even know it was me. I told him, no, no, do not feel bad. Please go ahead and read it out. And is that doxing myself all over again? Of course it is. But I wanted people to see what goes on and what these people think is a
Right.
normal friendship to do in a group chat. It's not fucking normal, and
No, it's
somebody
not.
needed
That's not
to
normal at all.
call it out, and I appreciated that, and a lot of us got answers. So until Reagan is
Right.
Love you,
doing
baby.
something different, I'm gonna go with her apology on saying she's sorry and wants to do better. That's all we can go by. Like, I'm not gonna do I say she's my best friend? No, of course not. Like, we are just like, we don't even really know each other, but I can only go by people wanting to do better. That's all
I
I
mean,
can
that's
do.
all we can expect of people is to want to do better. And honestly, as far as creator channels, I mean, everyone can block who they want to block. Like, if you don't want to see someone, just block them.
Right.
But
No, no, I was just
I mean, you
asking. I
can't
just
tell
wanted to ask
someone.
clarification.
No, I
Right.
think it
I'm
was a
not harming
great
anyone.
question. I'm actually
Yeah.
really happy you asked
No,
that question because I'm
it's a
sure a
good
lot of people
question.
are thinking the same thing. I think that's an awesome fucking question.
Very good question, and thank you, BB. I'm sorry, I didn't even recognize your voice up there.
Oh
I'm like,
no, my
oh,
picture is
oh,
not
it's
showing up for some
my
reason.
BB.
Yeah, it does that
Yeah, I was
sometimes. I
just
don't know why
concerned
though.
because the emotions are high. All this other back stuff is going on, and I don't quite understand that, so I stay out of that. I didn't really understand that. I just saw what I saw, and I was just like, what
Yeah.
is? I just want clarification because it just emboldens other people to think they can start up a new thing and start doxing and think it's okay because they
No,
see
it's
everyone
not.
forgives that person, and
It's never
hey,
okay.
everyone thinks different, because some
Yes.
people might say, hey, that's okay, and some people are like me, pulling back, going, hey, whoa, what else is this? Is just craziness. This is too much.
Right.
All
It's
the subs are
never okay.
separated.
Never.
Even the subs are fighting sometimes, and all this other drama that goes on. It's like, what is going on here? We were all kumbaya, and now everyone's just jumping ship and just mad at
Yeah.
each other. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Some of
madness.
us may feel, I don't even know. I don't even know if Cindy feels like I do or if Bliss feels like I do because I'm an individual and I
Hmm.
feel like I do. And if Reagan tells me she's sorry, and I've never ever seen that from her before, and she's
No.
showing shit,
I
and
do
she
I do
is.
hope in a way that she does find peace and she does come back to who she says that she was before and just does what she wants and not hurt anybody else and show that. Maybe in
Yeah.
time people will start to trust her, but she has to really earn that trust in our community if she wants to stay here, you know?
Yeah, I
And if
agree.
other
I
people want to
agree.
welcome her, you
Yes.
know what I mean? But I really do hope she finds that peace because everyone deserves
But
that.
do
Everyone.
you have to really trust someone just to be in a YouTube chat with them now?
No.
Well, I mean, I say everybody is different because she went really far and did go into people's lives. So yeah,
She did, but at the same
that's the only
time,
reason why, Bliss. That's the only reason why.
and
Just
I
because
get
she
that,
went,
BB. I
you
do. I
know.
get that, but I don't see like all of the things that I'm seeing right now. I'm not
Hmm.
seeing Raken going into
Right,
like
Jasmine.
subs lives.
Oh,
It's
I'm just saying like a little. I'm not saying like forever. I'm just saying, because everything's just still picking up a notch. When everything dies down, I'm
is.
Yes.
hoping
It
everybody can just come back
is.
together and just be good. Not
It's
Well,
sad.
this.
that that's like wishing in one hand, shitting in another. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep it
Yeah,
real.
probably.
I don't expect anything to
Probably.
ever be kumbaya. I was shocked it lasted a week.
I know.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
sad, but
like, whoa.
it's the truth. I mean, you
Yeah,
get
that's
this many
it. Yeah.
people together, like so
Yeah.
different. It's
Hmm.
gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Not
True.
everyone
True.
rocks with one
Yeah.
another, but if we could just
That's
stop the
true.
real life shit, that'd be great
Yeah,
because it's
that would be great.
unnecessary and it's
I'll be
really
fine with
weird.
that.
I
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
just
think
want to
that is
know
really
like what
weird.
makes
Yeah.
people do that. Like why?
I don't
What?
know.
Because no one does anything for no reason. Like they're getting something from it, whether it's a power play
Maybe
or
friendship.
like
Oh, you're
friendship
asking
to look
like,
someone up.
are you asking what Raken got out of it? Is
No,
that
in
what you're
general.
saying?
Maybe
In
Oh,
general.
not
in general, like
specifically, right?
I
Just
think
people
it
in general.
is. I
Why are
think
they riding
it's.
by someone's house? What does
Oh,
that
I don't
serve
know. That's
That
you?
shit's
crazy. I don't know.
insane. I
That's
don't
weird. I
understand
don't
that.
I don't I don't
You
even
got
get why
bitches.
wasting the gas money. I need that money for eggs and things.
See, now
Yeah.
that's one of those moral things that everyone should be like, no, that's wrong. That's what I was talking
Yeah.
about earlier. There's
Yeah.
no ifs,
That
Hmm.
is
ands, there's no fence riding there. That is
nothing. Yeah.
absolutely unnecessary.
Absolutely.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that is.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
if any of my friends were driving around other people's houses and they thought it was
That's
gonna like
that's
make me
crazy.
happy or like impress me and stuff, no, that's fucking
No.
weird, and I'm gonna think you're weird if you do that. Like who, and
It's
why, and
like a deranged
especially.
sorority or something. It's like, oh, initiation
Especially if you
practice.
don't live in the area, it's even
Yeah,
worse.
that.
You're in a whole other
Crazy.
state, but you're driving by this lady's house to like record it, and what? You don't even stop. Like you're a gigantic pussy. I'm sorry, but you are. Like you
Yeah.
don't even stop. You're not knocking on the door. Hey, what's up? Not that I recommend that. Please don't
No,
just knock on the
don't knock
door.
Yeah,
on.
Please
no.
don't do
Yeah,
that.
no,
But I'm
no.
just saying, like, what's the point of the drive-by? Does that make you feel
No,
like a
because
I think it's just to
badass?
scare someone, to stalk. Yeah. Ooh, yeah,
I'm from
yeah,
addiction.
exactly. Filming it, that's just stalking behavior. It really
Yeah,
is a stalking
I'm from a
behavior.
place where you do that, that's serious, right? Like I don't know
Yeah,
It
if
yeah,
is.
Cindy,
Yeah,
I
same.
was raised
Same.
or you know what I mean, like from
yeah.
New York, like you don't do that. You don't come by somebody's
And
Mm-mm.
house.
I'm gonna tell you, they should really watch themselves, not just doing that to someone that kind of lives where me and Cindy grew up, but
Mhm.
also I have like 45 minutes away. My best friend lives on a huge farm with like a dirt gravel driveway. There's like a 3/4 mile driveway. If anyone pulls on that driveway, we are on alert, sitting on the front porch with our pew pews. Like you don't do that.
Mm.
That's how bad things happen. You don't do
Yeah,
that.
You drive through the wrong neighborhood, you might not make it out. That's not a threat. I'm
that's
saying you
true.
never
Yeah.
know. That's how things
Yeah,
happen.
No,
It's
it's the truth. In
unnecessary.
the
It's
South
it's
as
Yep.
the truth.
well. In
Yeah.
the South, I mean, we have pew pews stuffed in probably every crevice of
Yes.
our house.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
houses, I shouldn't just say mine, but so do not do that. Don't do
Yeah, it's
it.
not cool
It's
to pull
not
up like that.
smart.
Mm.
Plus
It really
cameras
isn't.
and all of that. Listen, we're gonna get your ass. So do
And if
You know, a
people
lot
not.
of these
don't,
people are
if they
lucky they're
don't
not
live
in
there,
jail.
like, they have no idea. Like, they're like, oh, let's go to this address. You have no idea where you're driving to. There's places down in Baltimore that I mean, Cindy and JJ know I won't even I do DoorDash. I won't
Yes.
even DoorDash down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Y'all have no idea, and you're being creepy as hell, and you're putting yourself in danger. Like, that's just not cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
fucking
telling
weird.
you. It
It's
is. And it's
weird, and
unnecessary.
it's usually done to women, which is
Hmm.
like, what are you doing? Like, why? Why? Like, I don't understand. Like, the videos I've seen, it's like just a
By Martin's
drive by
money.
of it. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, are
Oh, they're
you.
doing videos of it.
Yes!
Yeah, they
Yes.
had a
What?
video.
Yes.
Yes. We
Girl,
were like, are
Yes.
you
yes!
kidding me? Yeah, it
No,
was,
I
Oh
don't
my
yeah.
god!
know.
Is it like a
Hmm.
Yes.
2 second video? Just like, like
Yep.
Driving by.
30-second
so
driving
weird.
by,
Drive by. Yeah, they put some
going
music on it. Yeah, that
slow.
they're all badass.
These are
Hmm.
15-minute
Wow,
They
drive.
sure
that's
did.
when you know you're
Yes.
desperate for any kind of drama content. That's
Attention.
pretty bad.
Hmm.
And they
It's
post
like
it
a ha ha ha, you
themselves
know?
like
But
So
is it
little
for
no,
who?
that's what they think. That's what
like
they think. They're laughing like ha ha ha. I don't think it's
Okay,
serious.
for those people listening, because you know they're here listening, you need help. That's not how
Hmm.
people should.
That's right. That's right, Vera.
sorry, but it's not. And Vault did it, and Vault did it to Jules, and she recorded it. And then I mean, and she also ordered pizza. She's been behind a lot of shit that
A
she
lot of
don't want
weird
to
stuff going
even
on.
admit
Yeah.
to, but it's like, girls, stop. And then somebody finds you, somebody finds you, and you have a problem with it. Girl, stop it. You are intimidating people, and that's your goal, is to make them feel unsafe because you look unhinged and not normal, I guess I should say. Like, normal people don't do that, but that's what they're doing. They're actually
Yeah.
recording, driving by people's houses, apartments, whatever, and then
Yeah.
uploading it to their own channel as shorts, like it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
It's not
And
cool.
that's the thing. I'll never understand that again. And I can be immature. I like Legos. Hello. I assemble Legos in my freaking free time. But I things like that I don't think that don't cross my mind. Like driving by somebody's house,
Mm-hmm.
ordering pizzas and taking money from businesses and
I
from the
could
delivery
never.
people.
That pisses
Never,
me
yeah,
off.
never
Yeah,
crossed my mind.
I
I
could
didn't even
never.
know that was a thing
Yeah.
till this community. Honest, well, the pizza thing, the true crime community kind of does the same kind of bullshit, but driving by people's houses, no. I mean, I've seen it on the news, like
And it's
people
an
swatting
entitled thing to
people.
do, right? In my opinion, only entitled people would do that because they're
Mm-hmm.
not thinking about the delivery people. They're not thinking about these businesses. We had a worldwide pandemic that we're still recovering from, and businesses are still trying to recover from.
Hmm.
And we're going to take money out of their pocket. That pizza, that food, that's going to be thrown away now. It's going to be thrown
It's
away.
not entitlement. Like, there's something really wrong.
Yes.
it is entitlement, but there's something really not
No,
right
there is a disconnect,
there.
but I'm saying on another level, not even to think about people's income and people losing money, and it's a sense of privilege where you don't, where I don't know the right
A
word.
complete indifference for
Yes,
anybody that
yes,
may suffer from your bullshit that you're doing to impress your friends.
I mean, you're
It's just
messing with the
Like very
person, the
teenager-ish,
person
something a
keeps going
teenager would
to.
do.
yeah,
You're messing with the business. You're messing with a delivery driver who gets no tip. He has to drive out there using his gas. He has to drive back using his gas. And he
yep,
probably could have
Hmm.
got 2 other orders done during that time. Like, there's
yes.
so much. Cindy, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah,
I
Makes
mean, I
me
do
and
so
DoorDash, so
mad.
I understand. People are entitled as fuck.
yeah. My
It
sons
I'm
work
makes
in
telling
me,
the
you.
hospitality,
as a,
industry, and when they don't get tips, they know how it feels, and that's why I told my sons, if we can't afford to give a tip, we're not going to get delivery. We're going to get our
yeah,
asses
Yeah.
up and drive to the damn restaurant and pick it up ourselves. My sons
Well, not
know.
just that.
No.
People don't tip going out to eat. We had a party because I work at a restaurant. We had a party of like
Mhm.
16. The bill was like $485, and they left $10 for 2 servers. So
that's
when
it.
that
Wow.
shit
Oh my
happens,
God.
because
Whoa.
we don't, a lot of places will have like automatic tipping for large parties. Our spot
Yeah.
don't do that. So when
Oh, you
that
don't do
happens, the
gratuity? You don't do
server
gratuity?
the server has to pay for part of their bill
What?
because
Whoa.
the servers each have to tip out the bar and the host 18%. So
Oh,
if
Oh
people
hell
my.
don't
no.
if people don't
Hell
tip
no.
Whoa.
right, then we literally are paying for y'all motherfuckers to come out to eat to stiff us.
No,
Yeah,
Right, but
it's
they don't
no.
crazy.
care though. They don't care,
Nope,
That's
and that's
so
the
bad.
point. They don't care.
nope.
These people think that they're just pulling a prank and who's getting a pizza next, and they don't care, and it's disgusting. It's so selfish, and it upsets me so much as a small business owner because people automatically assume like you're rolling in it, right? Like you go home, you
Yeah,
wipe your ass with $20 bills, like you don't have to. No, okay, that's not the way it works. Business owners, they're lucky. Like if they make a profit, it's wonderful. But the stress, and I say it over and over and over
It's a lot of
again.
work.
There are times that I almost wish I stayed an employee. I had a 5 weeks vacation a year paid. Like I had all my health insurance, all
Hi,
that.
Jen.
You get none of that. Nothing
Thank
do you
you.
get. Like it's so difficult to hear these, and they think one or two people, oh, no big deal for that business, or no, it's a big fucking deal. Okay, because we're
Yeah.
dealing with people that may
Thank
not
you,
have a
Jen.
lot of money for gas, and
Yeah.
they're relying on that tip. And y'all that did that, anybody that did that is absolutely disgusting. And if you want to redeem yourself, pay for what you did. Pay for it.
Right.
Call them and make a payment.
Hmm.
That's what you
And
should
on the
do.
other side of that spectrum, they also think that if you, like me, right, that you're a bum or you're lazy, and that's can't be the furthest thing from the truth either. Because I was struggling and stuff, I go to work every day. I bust my ass, you know. I do the best I can, and thank you for what you said, Chanley. I appreciate that. She said, "Hey, selfie queen, I'm way behind watching your stream, but just a thought about you getting any flack for living with your sons. No one's
Mm-hmm.
business, but also it's incredibly difficult to leave a long-term relationship, especially if it became toxic to an extent. So having the
Mm-hmm.
support of family is key to being successful at leaving. Long story short, haters can shut the fuck up." And thank you, and I agree, and they will never understand what it is to leave a marriage over 2 decades and leave your whole life behind and only leave
Mm-mm.
what you can carry in a car. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah. That
I
was
don't lose sleep over it, but it is upsetting, and they just continue with this thing that I'm poor and all this stuff, and they have no idea. They have no idea, and it doesn't matter. But
it matters,
JJ's on
Cindy.
one side
Stop
of the
saying it
spectrum
don't
and I'm on
matter.
the other, right? JJ takes care of me and all this, like this.
That's so
It's all
stupid.
bullshit. It's all
Oh my
bullshit.
God, that is so dumb. Like, I do
Just
not
different, Glenda.
send Cindy money. I don't, like, none of that. So it's so dumb that anybody
I wouldn't
even
ask my
says that.
friend to do that. I
You
wouldn't.
know, when Cindy was going through what she was going through, I can promise you, I was like, I was there. I was talking to
Yeah.
her all the time. I heard it for myself. I talked to her sons. Like, I
Yeah.
wanted her to go stay with them or her parents for a very
Hmm.
long time because I knew what she was going through. And it was difficult because she didn't want to impose, like, she was never going to do that until
No.
it became to where she needed to. And I'm
And where they came
grateful.
and got me. My sons came and got me. I didn't
Yes,
come to them. My
yes.
son came and got me and told me I had no choice but to come here. That's what
Mm-hmm.
happened. I was still trying to make excuses. My son was like, "You ain't got no choice, ma. You're leaving with me right now. So
Yep.
you guys
And
have
that's
no
the
choice."
absolute truth. And it was very
That's the truth.
like spur. I don't
Hmm.
want to say spur of the moment because it definitely was building to
They
that
were. They
eventually.
were.
Like they did what they had to do. Like yeah, it was yeah.
Get you
It was
out. Yeah.
in the morning. Like we got like a message, in our little couple people Discord that we have, and at the end of the day, it was done. Like that's how it was.
And
Yeah.
it needed to be, and
Also,
I was
it
grateful
needed
for it.
We
Like,
yes,
just wanted you
she,
safe. That's
all of
that's
us.
we
It
wanted
was like
you
a
and your
sigh
son
of
safe.
relief.
yeah,
Yes.
you guys don't
Yeah.
understand, man. Like, you make fun of this woman, like she's true. Oh, and oh my God, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad because one minute they're like, oh, this poor person should be doing for herself. The next minute, if somebody else can do for themselves, it's like, oh,
Hmm.
this bitch, she must not be as rich as she says.
Yeah.
Like, they
Yeah.
don't, it
They
doesn't
don't know
matter. You're
anything.
never going to make everybody happy.
That's
People are
true.
always going to talk shit when you
That's
can't
true.
explain like every little detail. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain every little detail. I'm certainly not going to explain every little detail when it comes to Cindy. That's my friend, one of my best friends, and I don't give a fuck. Like, she's the one who told everybody I ordered her the Uber, or I never would have said a word
Yeah.
ever.
No.
It
No.
doesn't matter to
She
me.
did the same thing to me with the StreamYard.
Yes,
She's so honest, like it
and
just comes
grateful,
out.
and
Yes, that's what
grateful.
it is. Grateful honesty right there.
Yeah. You
Yes.
guys
That's an
keep me posted.
attribute. That should be something that should be celebrated and clapped about. Like,
Right.
and you got to
Yeah.
think like with these people that hateful. I was just having this conversation on a panel yesterday with another creator. That hate pool is so strong. I was talking about like when I first came on YouTube and the anti-KJ community, and I was so naive. And a couple months in, I'm like, what is this? These people are crazy. I had no idea I was in like a hate anti community. I had no
Oh
clue.
yeah. Yep.
And
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
sucked in, and some people don't get out, and then you have people like me that don't get out. Thankfully I did. But then you also have bad people who are in there and fucking loving it and doing everything they can to stir the fucking pot to keep it going. I mean,
Yeah.
not we got to remember, not I mean, I like to have a view of humanity as good, but there's some really shitty people out there that just do shitty things.
Of course.
It just
Yeah.
is
You're
what it is,
right.
and they don't care.
I'm
They
gonna
don't have
drop
the
down.
ability. Thank you for coming up and asking that, BB.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Thank
Yeah.
you for
Thank you,
having
baby.
me, you guys. You
I
guys have a nice,
No,
appreciate
we
it.
love
wonderful
you.
We
We love
love
weekend.
you,
you,
baby.
baby.
You're always welcome up
Thanks.
here,
Love you
Arthur. We
guys.
love you. And I can agree because I've done some not so nice things in the past, in my
Everyone
addiction.
has.
I've done some
It's
not
it's
so nice things.
you learn from it and you do better. That's all you can do. But some people just keep doing it, and
Hmm.
they don't have the ability to see other perspectives. And it is very hard to see other perspectives when you have so much hate in you for someone. I
Yeah,
get that, but
it is.
just try to get out of the box for a minute and just look around and at least consider it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
put
And
yourselves in their shoes. That's what I try to do, even because I don't hate anybody
But
online.
Cindy, some people don't have that ability. Like legit, like sociopaths. That's what they're missing in their core. Like
I
they
ain't
don't
saying
have that
that.
connection in their
Yep.
brain. So we
Yeah, they
can't
Yep.
don't have
expect
they
things
can't
from
empathize.
people.
You're
We
right.
can't expect people to give what they don't have either. So we
Well,
have to adjust ourselves and our,
Yeah.
and
There,
just
it's just
don't
gonna
mess with
happen.
them anymore. Listen,
Oh, we
there.
don't, but they're so crazy. They still fuck with y'all,
I know.
even
I
when you don't say
know.
nothing.
No, it's
I
crazy.
know, but there are, and I think people need to think of that. Like, we are, like, literally, if I am saying that I think someone is a sociopath, it almost sounds like, oh, you're like saying they're a psychopath, like crazy, blah, 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 blah. But
Right.
no, a
No,
sociopath is unable to understand other people's feelings nor care about them.
they have
So
no
they will
empathy.
continue
Zero.
zero feeling. So they will
Yeah.
continue on and on you because they just don't have that thing in their brain. Like, okay, for example, I did, even with raping, to me, I'm looking at it as, okay, I'm a human being, this other person, human being. And
Yep.
although we've been on opposite sides, and even though she probably did some shit to me, if she's coming to me and saying sorry and
Yeah.
trying to make things right by showing the bullshit that has been done to other people, I don't have it in my heart to be like, fuck off. I just don't. I can be a little bit weary and, maybe not trust, especially right away, but I'm not going to tell somebody, well, you can go fuck off and I don't care what happens to you. Like, that's just not in me to do.
Right. Right. And I think that it's apologies go further with me with changed behavior, because there
Me
was a
too.
time in my past, yet again, where I would yes my family to death, and the behaviors didn't change, and then I would get mad at my family, why don't you believe me? And I didn't realize that I hadn't changed my behaviors. I'm saying all the right things, but what I'm doing is contradicting that. And I think that that's the important thing. When people say they're sorry, or they're, doing something, they want to do something different, that they do something different. And I think that that again is individual. People can accept apologies or reject them. That is individual as well. I just
Hmm.
sit back and look at the behaviors, and I try to learn from things. And I know I was given a second chance, and in some cases, a third and fourth chance in my life. So I'm all for people being given chances. Like, that's crazy, if people had written me off, I probably wouldn't be here right now. So I think that
Yeah.
everybody has the ability to change. It just takes time to see if they're going to put in the footwork to do that in
Hmm.
general.
I
And
agree, and
you
everyone's
said
timeline
that.
of forgiving that is different. You may forgive someone sooner, take someone else a little more time.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And I don't
Everyone's different.
blame anybody for moving at their own pace or feeling how they feel. I'm not trying to impose my views or my perspective on anyone, but I also wish people would respect my boundaries and my views as well as I do theirs. Don't try to browbeat me into seeing things the way you do, or involving myself in something that has nothing to do with me, because at the end of the day, you're going to regret that decision.
Hmm.
You may
Yep.
not now because you're, overcome with emotions, but you'll regret it later, making people choose, or giving people ultimatums, or making people feel ostracized, and not having any place comfortable. Like Jasmine on Fire, she left, but I don't want anyone to not feel like this is a safe space. And I understand there may be people in my chat that people don't feel comfortable with. I
Right.
get that. And I try to afford a space for everyone except for the 6%, like I've said,
Just
and
block.
try to have it a respectful place here,
Exactly. Just block them.
you
Just
know?
block them, man. Like, we're not going to make you talk to somebody that you're not comfortable talking
Yeah,
to or
exactly.
interacting. Like, block them so you don't see their stuff, they don't see your stuff, and then you can feel somewhat safe. Like, I listen, do like us three right now on panel, okay? Cindy, me, Bliss, right? Um, do
That's
you
true,
think
Virgie.
we agree all the time?
No,
Absolutely
No.
not. And
no.
We're
we don't
friends with people like that we don't particularly care for.
exactly.
Right. Right.
Yep. And we understand that, and we don't try to browbeat each other or try to ostracize each other if we think differently on a certain person. Like, that's crazy. I love my friends because I love my friends. I don't expect them, if somebody is talking shit on me, to hit the like button and be like defending me like there's no tomorrow. Because you know what, that like, listen, I've done that, right? We've all seen the infamous SoFlo panel that I went up there to defend Cindy. And you know, I've been told, oh, it made it worse, like by enemies.
No. No.
Listen, okay, I don't give a fuck if you think it made it worse. I was
Right.
speaking the truth, and I'm going to speak the truth for my friend, and I will do that every day if I have to.
Yeah.
Only on serious things.
No, and I don't think it made it worse because I think that again he would have been emboldened to
Yes.
go further with the lies
Yep.
had he not seen, oh, you're gonna get checked. You're gonna get checked about your
Yep.
bullshit lies.
Yep.
So
And
in
you
my
had
opinion,
Maria
it didn't do
up
any
there.
harm, you know?
You
I
had
just got to
Maria.
say real quick, I personally enjoyed the fuck out of that panel. Thoroughly. Just
I
saying.
know, I was so damn silly, even though I'm defending my friend and wanting to beat everybody up and shit. I was so...
And I gotta say, I can understand people who don't know JJ will look at that and be like, the hell? Not
Yeah.
me. It was awesome.
Right. You have to
Thank
know
you.
her, you're right. And JFid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I agree with that, JFid. That's why there are people that are no's for life for me. There are people
Yep.
who have no's for life. Trust and
Same.
believe that. The 6%, that is a no for life. And
Mhm.
it started at 1%, right? And it has grown to 6%. I hope it doesn't
It
continue
was
to
like
grow.
1, 3, 5,
And
6.
those are right, and those are not for little things, like for calling me a bitch and all of that. That's not, those are
I was
no.
about to say that, Cindy. I
Yeah.
know that for a fact because I think I asked you one time like who the 6% was. And I
Hmm.
had one person in mind who I
Yeah.
thought the 6% was, and you said no,
Yeah.
she is not. And now y'all have squashed it.
Yeah. Julie
So
Virgo
it's honest.
wasn't the
Yeah, I didn't want to
6%.
say, I didn't want to put her out there, but yes, I did
Mhm.
ask you if she was part of the 6% one, and you said no.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't.
Because
And she isn't now, you know?
even though she didn't like us and would talk and give her opinions on us
Right.
and stuff, and she may have saw things differently than we did, but I
Hmm.
don't recall her like lying, like
No.
We're going
she
real
gave
life.
her,
Or going real
yes,
life,
or
talking
She
going
about my
real
kept it to
life.
kids and
YouTube.
my family. Right. She kept it to YouTube, and we had differing opinions, and that was it, and that's all, and that's why she's not a no for life, and now we have a ceasefire, and I'm glad we do. I'm glad she's living her
Me
best life,
too.
but
Me
Me
too.
she
too.
was never part of the 6%. She was
And
never
I
part
hope
of
Because
the.
you
she's
guys know
doing
I
better.
always really liked Julie. Like when I first came to y'all, like I'm like, oh, I'm going Julie's stream. Like so
Hmm.
it was just a little weird how
No,
everything went down, but I'm
it
glad
was.
everything's just squashed now because I
That
enjoyed her. She
was.
was someone that didn't go real life and didn't. She was funny. I would crack the
She's
fuck up at some of the shit she did. I really enjoyed her stream.
She
So
was
she
I just
is
got
an example of somebody that like we were annoyed
weird.
at, she was annoyed at us, and we may have had this feud, but absolute hate, no, no,
Right.
absolutely not. And I don't recall her lying. Like I said, she may have had a different perspective, but I don't recall her
Right.
ever lying on Cindy or I. And
No.
while we didn't like each other, and while, you know, we said some mean things back and forth, I was
She
so
popped
happy
in.
to put that at rest. And with and
Me too.
anybody that is
Me
in
too.
the, you know, Virgo sphere or whatever, like I
Right.
don't want to have problem. I just don't. Like, can we move on? Can we? I
Exactly.
hope so, because a lot of
I
us
hope so
have,
too.
and I'm
Yeah.
glad, and I'm happy for that. Does that mean that I will put up with people? Usually, honestly, it's the people who go real life, um, on Cindy or I, or one of our very good friends
Yes.
like yourself, Bliss, or extreme amount. Like, it takes a lot for us to be
Yeah.
like, nah, fuck you for life.
Exactly.
It takes
It takes a lot for me too to yeah, it takes a lot because I'm very forgiving, very, very forgiving. Because
Yep.
again, I believe that I need to forgive as much as I need to be forgiven, and I've needed to be forgiven a lot, a lot. So
And I can understand people not understanding that about you because me and JJ are not really those people, not as quick to forgive, I should say.
No,
And if
I'm
y'all
not.
think me and JJ
Hell
don't
no.
side eye even Cindy sometimes, like, does she really talk? What?
Yeah, I trust
But
you
we'll
too.
tell her. That's the difference. We're straight up and honest with her about it. I'm not doing it behind her back to look at Cindy, JJ. Like,
No,
not
I'm like,
like
listen
that.
Cindy,
to
what the
me.
hell,
I'm in
Cindy?
Discord like, Cindy, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you
Right.
thinking,
And do
girl?
I ever say to you, like, fuck you, bitch?
No,
We're no
no,
longer friends. No.
no,
Like,
never,
I
never.
can deal with criticism, and I want it because I always want to be better, and we can't be better if we only have people telling us that
Yeah, you get
everything
it,
we're
China.
doing is amazing. Like,
Yeah,
it will never, nothing will change then.
That's
nothing
true.
will
So
change.
I want to
That's when
hear
you
it
know
from
you're in an
you.
echo chamber.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or when
Yes.
people get blocked just for having an opposing opinion, I don't do that either. But if you come in here and you calling me out my name, you know what I mean? That's very different. But
Mm-hmm.
people are allowed to have their opinions. I genuinely feel that way. I genuinely feel that way. And
I
But
mean, I was going
Cindy,
through that in JJ's live because
yeah,
some, there was a lot of different people in there from all different areas, and some were just sharing their experience.
yeah,
And it may be an experience that someone else in the chat viewed differently or saw differently, but everyone has their own experience and perspective. And I
I
wasn't going to
agree.
block people for sharing their experience or their opinion, especially there's a way to do it to be respectful.
Exactly. Yes. I
right,
did too.
Chanley. I
I did
agree,
too.
Chanley.
Yeah,
I
I
do.
did too.
We were, and that's why I let her up. If I
And that's how it is with Reagan,
honestly,
too.
if I
Mm-hmm.
Like,
hated her, hated like no for life
Yeah.
list, she would never have been able to come up on here. But because, she came in peace and spoke nicely,
Yes.
it made me feel a little more
It made
relaxed and
you put the
okay, I
guard
don't need
down a
to be
little.
on
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
instantly,
Like
Yes.
we
instantly. It was
we can put
amazing to watch.
we can
Yeah.
put the swords down, like let's just talk about this.
Even
Sorta.
watching, I did like a,
I
like
know.
it
A
literally
lot of
took my
people
breath away. I was not expecting, like, that was the last thing I was expecting.
have
She hopped
no
up, I was like, all right, let me get ready. And then I was like, oh,
Right.
so
Right.
many DMs after that. And for me, it's like, no, people automatically assume like I'm wanting to argue or no, of course not. Like
No.
I always say it, like I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
But if,
Me
and I
too.
am stubborn, so if people, come at me in some sort of way, I'm gonna come back or
Yeah. That's
whatever. But
true.
it doesn't mean that I hate you or that like it could never be better because obviously we've seen that it can be,
Yeah.
and like, okay, Bliss, how much did you not like me before we talked? You did not like me, girl.
No.
Where
No.
is she?
You guys butted heads a lot. You guys
We
butted heads
did.
because you're
Like she
very
didn't like
similar.
my opinions on things, whatever.
Hmm.
And then suddenly we did that Halloween thing
Yeah.
where it was just like so chill and trying to be fun.
Yeah.
And Bliss became a part of, a Discord, and we got to know each other. And she's like,
Yes.
"Oh, you're not so bad," and I'm like,
I
"Oh,
bet,
you're
I
not
bet
so bad."
JJ tried to refute that one a little bit.
I
Cindy was probably
didn't.
like, oh, let's just give her a chance. Really?
I swear to
Aw.
God, I did not. Did
No,
I,
she
Cindy?
didn't.
I wouldn't
She
have blamed you at all.
I didn't.
didn't. She
I
was
did
she
not.
was definitely open to it. Yeah. She
Yes, I
didn't.
was because I
Hmm.
didn't hate you. I didn't even know you. So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, okay, we could do
But now I
this.
can't even imagine Bliss not being one of our friends. That's like so weird to even think about that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's so weird now because I think about it and I'm like, how were we not friends?
Yeah.
Like, how did we not mesh? And I think that more people need to realize that if we actually got to know and sat back and didn't take on other people's feelings,
Yes.
you know, that what's it called? What's it called when the creator, like the sub, thinks the creator is like
Parasocial.
parasocial? There we go. Parasocial relationships.
Yeah.
Like when you, no, it wasn't that way at all. And when I got to know her, I just thought that I'm like, oh my goodness, I love this person.
Right.
I don't hate her, you know,
Well,
and
okay.
it's cool.
I mean, it's weird because I bushwatched Cindy for probably a good like 3 months, 4 months, and
Mm-hmm.
I was coming out of that like anti KJ then. Like my mind was opening, and
Yeah.
I don't want to bring her up again. I'm not bringing her up because to sound mean or anything. It's just what happened. I really
Right.
was a loyal subscriber to Julie. Like I was at every live, really enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
it. But then she started talking about you guys. And I'm like, Cindy and JJ, like I know I've seen them around in lives. I've never been to Cindy's channel though. So
Yeah.
let me go see what they have to say. Like there's two sides to every story, and that's kind of what started the awakening.
Yeah.
So
Thank
And
you,
I'm
that's
glad,
that.
I'm
Julie.
glad that you were open-minded to that. And I think more people need to do that, because I think if more people do that, they can find things that they like about each of the people that may not like each other. And each side may, because again, our perspectives are going to be different, and there may be somewhere in the middle is how it really went. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But hurt
Right.
feelings, and I can't see myself the way other people can see me, because I
Exactly.
don't have that ability. So how someone else sees a situation is going to be very different from the way I see a situation. Especially if me and the person arguing are facing each other, they're going to have a clear view of me. I'm going to have a clear view of them. So I think, but somebody that's not involved looking at both of us is going to have the clear picture of it. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? And I always try to think of that
So
and remember that how I see things may not be exactly how it happened. That's just my perspective on it.
Well, not
yes.
just that, when you're in a hate bubble, because you got to remember these, there's some people that are behind the scenes, like looking
Yeah.
like, oh, look what Cindy said, look what JJ said, and they're constantly doing it. You know, you have people
Always.
that
Yeah.
screenshot your every freaking word. It's
Oh
fucking
my
weird.
God.
Yep.
But
Yes.
when, sorry if you guys hear the ice cream truck. I'm outside. It's
No,
beautiful today.
I thought it was my phone. I'm like, what the hell is that
Oh
music?
my gosh, I
No,
love hearing the ice cream
The ice
truck.
cream
We
it's
truck.
don't
You
have
know it's summer.
$8.50 for a freaking milkshake.
Oh
what
no.
the
Sugar.
hell? Even the
Yeah,
Yeah,
ice cream?
it's expensive. The ice cream is
Wow.
expensive. I went to a little store
gas.
and they charged me $4 for an iced coffee in the gas station. I was like, what the? That's like
What the hell
Yep.
Starbucks
happened to like
prices.
a
What the
$2
hell?
ice cream from the ice cream man? This is bad. This is
Yeah,
really
I know.
But
There's
yeah,
no
like
such
I was
thing.
saying, you got to get out of that hate bubble because when it's harder to
yes.
see different perspectives when you're in it, just
Yeah.
take like even a 3 day break. Just take
Mm-hmm.
3 days to get out of it and go
Yeah,
to the other side and just watch a few things, do a little bit of research, and then try to come to a conclusion.
I agree.
Yes.
I
Yes.
definitely agree.
And think, you know, for yourself, like if somebody is saying something that is completely uncharacteristic, right? Like we know Cindy would never make fun of an addict ever,
No,
whether it's alcohol, like no matter how hard, she just would
that's
not
right.
do that. So if
No,
you're hearing that about her, it's kind of like, what? Come on
yeah.
now, you know, and think about it and maybe come to her and even ask her, you know,
I'd
and
be
she'll
open
tell
to
you
that.
the truth.
Yeah.
She'll
I'll
tell
tell
you
you,
the
if I
truth.
said it, I'll apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I've said
Same.
some offensive stuff and I've had to
Same.
apologize. But I don't,
Me too.
again, when I make a mistake, I try to learn from it and not repeat it. I
Mm-hmm.
learn from it and not repeat it. I'm more aware and I keep it in the back of my mind so that I don't keep repeating it. Because those are things that I had to learn to be successful in recovery. That was
Yeah.
like one of the first things you learn in recovery. You know, if you don't learn from your mistakes, you're doomed to repeat them. So I take that very
Oh,
seriously.
my Virgie. Hi, my Virgie. I
I
love
know,
you.
Virgie. And
Poor
and
Virgie. She's
I
dealt with
know.
some shit trying to be good with all people.
So
She
many
really
people have
has.
dealt with some shit just trying to be good with everyone.
Yep.
And it makes it bad when you don't allow people to do that. You know, you're
Hmm.
judging them for being in chats. We don't own people. That is entitled. You feel you have ownership over people is gross. You don't own anyone. You don't own
No.
anyone.
Nope. Nope. And
Did you
even
see
when,
what Chanley said, JJ? She
uh-uh.
said, I will say, JJ, I was also very surprised by how you handled the $2 million comment thing. I'm finding it difficult to dislike you at this point. And she also said, the other comment, wait, she said, I was really impressed by JJ going toe to toe with me once in her comments, but also allowing my opinion and us coming to an understanding. I haven't forgotten it. It made an
Yeah.
impression. And I
I
remember
saw
that.
that
Yeah.
too. I saw that.
She thought you were gonna block her, and she didn't.
No,
You
no,
know.
I wouldn't do that. I welcome, like, if people can come, and talk to me in some way, or they're not happy, maybe I
Mhm.
will agree with them and I'll be like, you know what, you're right. Like, I should
Yeah.
not have come so strong, so hard, whatever. And I think that
Thank
that's
you,
what it
man.
takes. That's what it takes for
Yes.
growth. Otherwise, you don't know. And you
No.
think every time you go live, you're doing this amazing bullshit, right? Like, or you're making everybody in the world happy by, ignoring whatever comment came your way. And for me, I do some of that stuff. I take it to heart, whether it's like, I welcome constructive criticism, I guess I
Yeah.
could say.
Yeah.
I do. And when it comes to, oh my god, like, I'm so embarrassed by that comment. Like, I should have never wrote that.
I
And
didn't
I
even know you had
mixed
said
up
that. I
I
didn't even know
I
you had said
I
that.
mixed up like gross and net, and didn't, like, I should have never. I mean, like, I'm humiliated that I even said that. Like, really, that's not even me to do. So
Yeah.
yeah, I felt really bad, and I thought that I should address it, and I did on my community
Yeah, and I'm
tab.
glad that
And
you did. And that's why when I was sent it, I wanted to address it here because I'm not a liar, and I know you're not a liar, and I didn't hear you say that. I didn't see that. You know what I
would
mean?
you ever think I would say something like that? Never. So
No.
I don't even like, I remember, and I had to think about it, and I'm like,
Hmm.
what? I'm like, I think the conversation was about taxes or something. Like, I don't even know. I don't even care, because I shouldn't have said it. It was
Right. And
wrong and
you've
tacky.
apologized for it sincerely, and
Yes, yes,
that
it was
you
tacky
get a
as
lot of
fuck.
respect from me for that. You know, like I said, I didn't know you made that comment. So I wasn't lying. I wasn't
Hmm.
backtracking.
No,
I
you
didn't hear
didn't.
it.
You didn't.
No.
It was actually in Brooks. I remember it was in Brooks, and I think she was talking about taxes and, like, people getting money back or something. And I'm like, fuck, I don't even remember the last time I got
Right.
money back or whatever. And so I said what I said, and I looked at it, and I'm like, ew. That seems so pretentious and tacky. I was embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
wouldn't do
get
that
it.
again. I would
But
not.
guys, I do want to. Tomorrow is Sunday. Monday, I'm off. Excuse me. I wanted to do a live. I have to do a members only. I want to do a members only, not because I'm trying to conceal anything, just because my members deserve to have members only content. I did resubscribe. I know people probably don't care. Wait, that's what I appreciate the most here, humility. I've always seen that with Selfie Queen, and now I see it with JJ, maybe due to my own bias lowering, probably, but it makes a difference. And thank you, Chanley, for that. I appreciate
Thank
that.
you. And I'm
Because
always that way, even like behind the scenes, maybe even more so. I'm like, oh
yeah,
my God, I'm such an idiot.
and that's why it
I'm so
bothers me with
stupid.
JJ because I know that she isn't pretentious, she isn't a braggart, and
No.
it is what it
And
is,
that
and I
was
can't
so
convince people.
embarrassing.
People are gonna think that I'm saying that because I'm, her paid servant or whatever the fuck they think
Not
I
at
am.
all. Not
It's
at
ridiculous.
all.
But
Okay, Cindy.
I know it's crazy. Well now Bliss is my newest benefactor too, so I have two now. I'm rolling in dough.
Oh, woohoo! Bliss is my girl too. Bliss,
Um,
what you?
I resubscribed to BoxyCharm, guys. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I was like, going through the motions of not having my boxy charm. Hey, Sarah Q, I hope I said hi to you earlier. I saw you, but I didn't get to say hi to everybody. So I resubscribed to my boxy charm. Boxy charm was trying to get me. They were trying to get me to pay $15 extra for some premium item. I was like, nope. They were trying to get me to pay $60 extra for some icon box. I was like, nope, nope, you ain't getting me, because I used to go crazy with BoxyCharm. I used to get 2 premium boxes, 2 base boxes, 1 luxe box every month. It was ridiculous. Because I didn't want to pick. So for choice, I would get each one.
All
It
of
was
it.
ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So I'm
All of
sticking
it.
to 1 box. It's $30 a month. I could do that. Yes, Gin and Barrett. BoxyCharm. I'm sorry, it's Ipsy. Ipsy. BoxyCharm by Ipsy. BoxyCharm used to be its own beauty subscription box, and Ipsy bought BoxyCharm. So it's oh my God, JJ, you scared the shit out of me, girl. And you get 5 full-size products every month for $30. When I get my first one, I'll link it down. I used to have a code. I didn't get any money off of it, but if you wanted to subscribe, and you get skincare, you do a profile. They ask you, what your hair color is, your eye color, what kind of makeup you use, all this stuff. If you prefer more skincare, they have some lifestyle items. So when I get my first box, it's confusing because I paid for it in May, but they said June will be my first box. But then I got an email saying that I'll be billed again June 1st. So why would I be billed again for June if I already paid for June? So I don't know. JJ with that ball chinny and anyway. But it's
That'd
on
be
my
terrifying to wake up to. I can imagine opening my eyes and seeing that in my face.
Oh my God. You have no idea. I fuck with my husband so bad.
but
It's
when I get
hilarious.
that box, I'm going to open it on like
Sexy.
I used to do my BoxyCharm unboxings on the live. So I
Sexy.
will start that again every month. Jesus. Oh, guys, and my Legos, I did see some other ones. I saw, oh my God, this whole little like city in a glass case. I want to get that one. I saw a bunch
Where
I
are
on
you
got
putting all
balls.
these?
I don't I'm gonna
Where
have
did
to
these go?
I know I'm gonna have to
I
get
got balls.
I don't know where else I'm gonna put it. That little Japanese village. I'm working on the top tier. I already did the waterfalls. I put the lights in it. So I'm taking pictures. JJ, I can't. I'm
You
taking
playing
progress.
with my balls.
I know you're playing balls.
My chin.
They bill you in June for the July box. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you, Geneva. Because I was like, listen, y'all ain't gonna get me twice. Icon box is an Ipsy thing, aka their Glam Bag X. Oh, which is only every. Oh yeah, yeah. So okay, in BoxyCharm it used to be called the Lux box, and that was quarterly. So now they have the Icon box. I kind of wanted it because they have the damn one size beauty in it. I wanted that, but I wasn't trying to pay $60 on top of the 30 that I just paid. That would have been $90. Oh yes, I love Scentbird too. I love JJ. Oh my God, your eye, you scared the shit out of me, girl. I love Scentbird. Two of my sons get Scentbird, and my son was pissed. He got his in the mail yesterday, and they sent him a perfume, a Kenzie perfume. He was pissed because he didn't choose, and so they sent him a perfume. So he handed it right over to me, and it smells really good. So I was happy. But yeah, I used to get Scentbird and I loved it. I loved it. That's how I got in the Gucci Bloom. JJ, you're freaking me out, girl. You're looking like Michael Myers to me, like that blank stare. That blank stare. But anyway, guys, Monday I'll be home. So I will do a live. I'm not sure if it'll be members only or regular live. I'm also when I get the new Lego set, I don't know if I'm gonna assemble it on a live because I think that'll be boring to you guys. But I think I'll do like a time lapse video where I speed it
Oh
up.
yeah, that
Yeah,
I would watch. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know that I could watch a live of that because
yeah, no,
just thinking about watching someone build something like that, like it makes ugh.
yeah, no.
That's how
Chin
much I hate
balls.
Legos.
I'll do a time
They're
lapse video
chin
of
balls.
assembling it.
I got
Yeah, I
Cindy,
love
have you
that.
ever seen the time lapse of the kid that did the Titanic?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. It filled up a whole room. I gotta find it and send it to you. That'd be cool though. You should do that.
Yeah, I am gonna do that.
That's a really good idea.
I've been
Oh my
taking
God.
progress pictures, and I'm gonna
The
assemble them all
like
in a slideshow.
Amazon keeps sending me so
I
many
know.
different
I
sets, and
know.
a lot of them
Thank
are like
you.
Asian inspired. Like I'm obsessed with it. I'm
Oh my
like,
God, me too. I
holy
saw so
crap!
many now. I saw so many. They
Yes.
had a Chinese village. The one I'm doing is Japanese village. They have a Chinese. They have a temple. I want to get different countries now so that and get a whole shelf and put the different ones. I'm going to organize it, guys. I'm looking at shelf space to put all of my little creations on a shelf and have them all displayed there. Legos are amazing and I love it. It's relaxing. When I get off of here, after I come back from going out, I'm going to go right back to my assembling my Legos because I'm almost done with it. I'm kind of scared when I finish with my Japanese village. I need something else to do. So I was looking on Amazon. I'll find another one, but
Look it, Cindy. Look, I'm trying to make Harry balls.
I was gonna say they should have little hairs on them.
Harry balls.
I was already thinking
you need
that,
some
and then I looked and you
underwear.
were doing that.
You need some underwears for those things, man. Those things are ridiculous.
I mean,
You
doesn't
should build it like a little
everybody's
bra.
phone look like balls?
So Johnny Mac, this is his channel right here, his paranormal channel, which freaks me out. It's scary but interesting as hell. I love it. So you guys should go subscribe to his channel. Damn it. Can you drop the link? Oh, he's not on your regular damn channel. Johnny Mac, can you drop the link? Sophie also is going to an attraction tonight and do some paranormal thing. Yeah, I know I'm
She's
scared of
going
all that.
to Lake Swanee.
I like to
I
watch it,
know
but I'm
about
not
that
going
lake,
there. Yeah.
and
I'm
y'all
let me
like
get
the
it. Let me get it.
Indian, like Native Americans,
That's awesome.
whatever. But oh my God, it's amazing, and like the
Thank you,
drownings
Bliss.
and stuff at Lake Shawnee. Y'all want to watch that? So
And Sophie, could you drop your link? Just to make sure everybody's subscribed. And so she'll be there tonight. And I don't know, y'all got some balls. I don't dare do that. I get scared of my own shadow. My sons scare me all the damn time. Sophia, I gotta keep her locked up. And Raken scares me with Sophia. Oh, I gotta give Raken a picture of Sophia. She has a little thing that she said it would make it even better if she had the picture of my
I
doll.
got balls.
Hey, for the people that are going to be watching Sophie, if she does go live there, I highly suggest if you have Discovery Plus to go on there and watch Portals to Hell. It's with Jack Osborne, and he did an episode where he went there. So you'll have like more backstory and stuff to it. It's really super interesting.
Yeah, I was watching her
Cindy,
live.
you
And
should watch it.
I
It's
know,
not
but
that scary.
it's not that scary. Okay. Well, one of my
I
sons.
mean, a little bit.
Well, one of my sons is home, so I'm not alone tonight.
Beautiful. I'm so beautiful.
We could watch it in Discord together. I'll be with you.
Yeah. All right. I'll wait, and we'll watch it in Discord together because I'm not watching it
Me
by myself.
too, because that's gonna be cool. I want to see it too.
DJ has
It is
balls.
cool because I love having that like backstory before like someone else like does
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. A Baltinian. Yes, that's what I said, Drazo. She's a Baltinian.
Balls.
That is crazy.
Suddenly, I'm like a 70s pair of nuts with all this hair. Right?
No
Like they didn't
landscaping. No
manscape back
landscaping.
then.
This is an adult champ. That's why I say this is an adult. Anyway, even if it wasn't, no, we don't want no damn minors here. That's not a thing.
JJ, you better get like a pin and put some hairs on those balls. You're gonna have to sit there and dedicate
Get a
yourself because if you
marker.
don't come
Get a
on
marker.
here with ball hairs next time, I'll be a little disappointed.
You're right. You're right.
Or
There's a
maybe
way to do it.
Some
you could get
hair
one of
on
those
these
old
balls.
masks and use it as a underwear for your little balls.
Yeah, build it a little bra, put a little Barbie doll like bra on it.
Now we need some tidy whities. That's what holds
Oh
them
my god,
in.
yeah.
Tidy whities right on my fucking face, right?
But DJ, only you would
Hold the
come up with
balls.
this shit. I
You
swear to
could
God.
totally find tidy whities for like a Ken doll. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
something that could.
I think
No,
so.
for like a little baby doll, and then you put it on your
Yeah.
balls.
Look at this guy's hair. He's
That
like,
looks like Donald Trump's hair, except it's not the right color.
right,
It
like
looks
knock the
Donald
comb
Trump's
over.
hair. Yeah, it looks like Donald Trump's hair. But that's funny. You need a jock strap. She does. But I thank you guys for being here, and I thank everyone who came in, and I just appreciate you guys. And we need to have more streams where people can come and have a place, because I know people haven't really been live too much, and I've been feeling antsy. Like, where's everybody at? And people, it's okay to take a break when you need it. I think it's healthy to take breaks when you need it. If you need a break, take a break. Um, and I just appreciate you guys. Yeah, face bra for real. JJ, what the hell? She kicked herself. But I love you. Thank you, Bliss, for coming up. And thank you, BB, for coming up. And thank you, JJ. And thank all of you guys for being here. I hope you have a
Thanks
great,
for having me.
of course. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday evening. Hi, Valerie Nelson. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mama.
Have a good night, everyone.
And enjoy your Sunday. And I will be back Monday, and we'll just talk. And hopefully I'll finish my Japanese village so I can show you guys. I'm gonna be working on it all day today and tonight after I, eat, and tomorrow. And I thank you guys for being here so much. Thank you, Popcorn.
Monday is my son's 10th birthday, so I'll probably miss that
Happy
one.
birthday.
I know, double digits. Just thinking about it kind of makes me tear up a little bit. That's my baby.
He's gonna be a teenager. Oh no. Dun, 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 dun.
No, I'm not worried about him, but his little sister's a different story. That's
my sons are
that's
good.
a part of my life I'm kind of dreading. But
Yeah.
my mom is laughing about it in heaven, I'm sure, because she always said, "I hope you have a daughter that treats you
Oh,
half as
yes.
bad as you treat
Oh,
me."
God.
So
My mother used to say that too, and I'm like,
you got one over on her. My mom got one over on me. So
no girl.
all right, I love you, Cindy.
Love you too, Bliss. And thank you guys for being here. I love you guys. I'm gonna play my silly outro. You already know, gotta play this silly outro. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great Saturday. And I hope to see you on Monday, God willing. Si Dios quiere. I love you guys. Bye.
Sydney just let the restaurant. Sydney just let the restaurant. Oh baby, Sydney just let the restaurant. Sydney just let the restaurant. Oh baby. Ooh. Sydney, why you had to up and go? You left us here with Joe, but why Joe? Are you mad at me? Cause that one time I ain't pour you water. I was busy on my phone. Oh, I get it, we ain't good enough for you. I saw a mouse in the job and I warned you. I thought that that would be enough to deserve your time, but clearly that ain't real enough for you. You told me that I look like Harry Potter. I said back that I kiss your mama. Not really, but I wish that I did. Now I'm thinking about it, I should've threw that line on ya. You lucky I'm not fond of drama, or else I would've went to Dennis and told him when you saw him first time that he looked like a llama. Man, Sydney, man, you know it's not gonna be the same without you, man. It's not gonna be the same at the restaurant. It's not gonna be the same at the restaurant. I told you I'll make a song for you, but I didn't know it was gonna be this. This is a goodbye song. This is just a goodbye song.